Homebrew
much?
base.
How much gold should I? Oh, okay.
That's
Uh,
enough.
we'll get to that when it comes. So, last time, our last adventure. Last time, you guys were in a pretty tricky situation.
Mm.
You were in the camp of Marion, the little bunny farmer that saved you guys. Well, not really saved you, but came after the fight that you guys had in the forest. She fed you guys and helped you guys back to health. And then the next morning, you guys ran into a bunch of ogres that she was feeding and taking care of, kind of, almost. There's some other story back there, but you guys didn't really learn about that. But eventually, she used those ogres to trap you in her little lodging after poisoning you all with some sort of sleep poison or something like that. Capturing you all and threatened that she was going to go to Fortress and turn you all in. Because she had a hinkling that you weren't from Satil. She didn't want to kill any of you. She just wanted to turn you in peacefully and have it be done with. But you guys decided to fight back, trying to trying to persuade the ogres to let you guys out. Eventually, that fell on deaf ears because it ultimately led down to you guys not having food. So yeah, you guys came up with this elaborate plan to bust a hole out of the back of the shed using some silence magic and other bullshit. But one of you decided to have her get some attention to the back, and she saw the plan. Proceeded to chase you with her horde of rabid bunnies, and and the big one that she had with her buck, and the ogres as well. But with the help of whose spell was that? Melvin? Was that Quinn's spell? That the pass without a trace?
Yeah.
Yes.
That pretty much saved the three of you. Yeah, the three of you got away, but somebody didn't roll very well on their escape attempt and was caught in the bush. She decided, yeah, she decided not to go down without a fight and was ultimately eaten by some bunnies. So yeah, you guys made your escape. The three that were left behind, and eventually got your way back to Fortress. Well, not back. You weren't there in the first place. So you saw the sprawling city. It looked like there were like three sections of the city as you came up to it. There's one middle section that looked very diplomatic. One was obviously like a militarized sort of section of the city, and the other one was very religious in nature. So all those combined formed this gigantic city fortress. And as soon as you guys came into town, you immediately decided to choke an old man out as you were coming in, but also met the shady figure at the gate that gave you a pretty odd message to come to a specific tavern. What did I call that tavern?
The Dragon's Balls.
Yeah, yes, the Dragon's Balls. Yeah, so you guys went to the Dragon's Balls, where you met up with the insurgents of Fortress, the Formarth insurgents, led by one roguish-looking woman, a dragonborn, red dragonborn, and this other woman that was among them, named Karina's character. I already forgot her name. Yvette. Yeah. So Yvette. So with that, they gave you kind of the rundown of what was happening with all the insurgencies. There was they had a contact in Utmore that they lost. That they had a man for that was coming back with some pretty important information, but he was captured on his way into Fortress. So there was that situation. There was a situation with members disappearing amongst the insurgents, and also troubling messages that were brought up to them. But you guys decided to go right into the problem of the prisoner that was taken there. And with little planning, actually probably zero planning, you you got up to the prison where he was being held. Got some information that they were doing some pipe work around the back of the prison, and proceeded to go back there and try to make your way inside the pipe and somehow through an entire prison of guards not looking like guards. Anyway, we'll get to that. So yeah, you guys made your way inside the pipe. Got caught right in the first encounter because you didn't kill the guy fast enough, and proceeded to get into a big ass fight. And this is where we start off. Well, not start off. You at the end of the fight, what you presume is the end. I actually made a pipe now. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. So at the end of this fight, Ruger, I believe, is dying but not dead yet.
I stabilized him.
Yes. Foster went up and stabilized them. Quinn is also unconscious, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So Quinn is also unconscious. And at the end of last session, Yvette was walking down the pipe after trying to stab Foster. For some reason, because he didn't want to continue on, which is what we'll learn. So Yvette continues down the pipe and goes up to the hole. She looks up at the hole where the guards were coming down from. Maybe there's like a ladder or something, like a rope ladder that's hanging down. And Yvette comes up to this rope ladder, looks up at the light at the ceiling, and hears a gunshot to the left of her. And we learned last session that gunshot missed. So, Yvette, you dodge this bullet. Well, you don't dodge it, but you hear the crack and you react, and a bullet hits the other side of the piping, creating this loud twang in the side. What's your initial reaction?
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of just like look to say.
Mm-hmm. So you look down. You don't have dark vision, so you can't see down there.
Yeah.
But when you look down, you hear something. You hear a and a twop on the floor as you hear like what sounds like some sort of mechanical object hitting the floor, and what emerges from the darkness above you this entire time. You hear like scrambling footsteps and somebody calling down for the captain with no response this whole time. But from the shadows that as you're looking down this pipeway, you see a familiar face actually. You see Laura. So this is the roguish figure, the one that was amongst you. She comes from the shadows. She looks at you. She has like blood on her knife, and she's like wiping it off. And she comes out. She's just like, and she lowers her cowl so you can see her mouth. And she's like, "What am I going to do with you?"
Just gonna shrug and say, no idea.
And she looks over to the left, or yeah, to her right, and she sees all the people down, and she's just like, "Did you plan at all for what you were trying to do here?"
Hell no. This is impromptu. This is something that we gotta get done.
Yeah, so she sees that and she looks up and she's like, "With a plan like this, I don't think anything's going to be done."
Melvin left.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
He might have- Huh. His internet might have pooped out. We'll continue. So yeah, so she's like, "With these circumstances, I don't think anything is going to be done. Get your men. We're getting out of here."
She's like, but there's so much things we can do here. We can play with all these people. It's gonna be great.
"We will be back, Yvette. I know you are." And at this point, you hear like some footsteps coming down the ladder, and she looks up and she says, "I know you are excited, but we must go." And she walks up to you and like tries to lightly put her hand on your shoulder and like turn you towards the end of the piping.
I just kind of grunt like, whatever. Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, so she's going to go up to Quinn and she's gonna try to pick him up. There he is. He's back. So she's gonna go over to Quinn and try to pick him up. Foster, you see Laura come out from the shadows as well. Like you heard Yvette talking to her as well. What is Foster gonna do during all this? I know he had a plan last time. He had a course of action.
That plan is down the shitter now. So I look to Laura, and she's Laura is Yvette's superior, right?
Yes. So well, not really. They're technically on equal terms. Yeah, they're technically equals.
All right. I look to Laura, give her kind of like a stink eye. I'm making a lot of poop puns.
Give me.
And I say,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
and I say, you, me, and Yvette are gonna have a serious talk later. And I pick Ruger up.
Yeah, and when she said, when you say that,
Uh,
she like leans over to pick up Quinn and like puts him over her shoulder, and she's just like, "Do not worry, we will certainly have a talk." And she starts walking out of the pipe. Now, give me a perception check as you're talking to her, Foster.
Oh, let me get off editing mode.
Mhm.
There we go. And
Nice. So behind you, Foster, from the darkness, at the pipe all the way at the right side, it suddenly comes to your mind that there were guards at the outside of the wall that were pursuing you from the pipe that way. And you look that way as you're picking up Ruger and talking to Laura, and over there you see this light source. And this light source, you hear like and you hear like some sort of battle going on out there, and this body flies across the outside of the pipe the other way. It's very comedic, and what comes up is this big tabaxi man. He looks relatively old. He has like a graying beard almost, and he looks like a pretty much a standing up lion almost, but a little bit thinner. And a little bit older looking. He has like a leather coat on, and he has this big trench coat almost that's pulled down. Maybe it started to rain outside. I don't know. But yeah, he's like dodging this other guard that has this big halberd that's trying to hit him, and he's like dodging it like completely nonchalantly, looking down the pipe. And he's like, "Laura, you ready? Is everything good down there?" And he's just like dodging the guy, and eventually he takes a dagger out, just stabs the guy, and like lets him drop to the ground, holding him very very softly. And Laura's like dragging what's his face, Quinn, out of the piping this way. Are you following Yvette? Or are you staying there?
There's a lot of things I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
just real fast. Is this guy wearing any like plate armor or anything like that? Any,
Yes, he is. It takes 30 minutes to take it all
off. Would I be able to drag him and Ruger at the same time?
off. Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so yeah, I start dragging Ruger.
Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, Yvette, are you gonna follow?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, eventually you guys get to the outside of the pipe, and the guy is dispatched of at least 4 guards by himself. This big tabaxi-looking guy, and he looks down on all you. He's pretty tall. He's towering above you, probably by a foot or two. He's a tall guy, but still, he looks very old as he's looking down. He gives you all a questioning look, and he turns around and he points towards a boat that's lying in the river on the outside of the prison. And he gives like a little gesture to Laura, and she doesn't respond in turn. But eventually, it's a big enough boat for all of you to fit on, as she leads the way and jumps on. I'm assuming you guys are gonna follow.
Yes.
All right.
And also, doesn't matter when, but at some point, I would like to use prestidigitation to clean up all the shit that's on us.
Yeah, you could do that. So yeah, on the boat ride, we kind of just cut out of it as we see you guys like going down the river. The alarm bell is still going off at the outside, and what we see is like a whole bunch of guards rounding the corner and like witnessing what happened, seeing the boat. But you guys are already way too far off for them to do anything. So yeah, we jump cut onto the boat where Foster is next to Ruger, cleaning himself off of all the shit. Laura is just like sitting there quietly, and she turns towards you, Yvette. What is Yvette's demeanor right now? Is she like distraught about everything that's happened? What's she thinking through all this?
I guess she's a little irritated, but like she's in the keep her cool sort of.
Yeah. So Laura turns towards you, Yvette, and she's like, "I know you've told me time and time again I am not your mother," I quote, "but what were you thinking? No plans? Just going in through the pipe?"
Hey, I need to have my fun every once in a while.
Yes,
Oh,
but I prefer your fun does not get some of our potential soldiers killed.
They knew what they signed up for this. It's fine.
They signed up for a successful mission, not a suicide mission, my dear.
I'm just like, yeah, you tell her.
No, you're there. You're listening to all this.
Yeah,
The big tabaxi is paddling the whole time. He's like at the front paddling, and he has like this huge paddle this whole time. But yeah, that's what she says. And you're listening to all this, Foster. Do you have any response?
I say, not only that, but I really prefer if you didn't try to stab me in the middle of a shithole, right?
I prefer if you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Laura. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just look at Lauren just for like, are you really gonna let her see this?
Yeah, she like puts her cowl up, but you can notice that she's laughing a little bit. She kind of turns her head to the side to not try to say anything. But she's just like, try not to disobey her orders if you could.
I say,
What was your name again?
I don't give her a name. I say, fucking excuse me. She leads us in on a suicide mission and tries to fucking kill me when I try to save myself. I'm just
Yes.
supposed to bite the bullet. And the bullets don't exist yet.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, like I had a gun. I'm just supposed to bite the bullet and let her do that.
Yeah, and she turns back towards you, not laughing anymore. She's like, yes, Vet has a little bit of teamwork building to work on, but I will try to get it through to her head. Is there anything I can do to make this right?
I gestured to Ruger and Quinn and say, just try to get these guys all right.
All right. Yeah, and with that we can cut again. Unless anybody else has anything else to say.
Nah.
All right. So Quinn and Ruger, give me a d4s, please.
D4s.
What?
Just roll me a 1d4. See how long it takes you guys to wake up. So Quinn wakes up first. All right, so we jump cut to Quinn's point of view. Now the rest of you, Yvette and Foster, you went down this canal, and eventually, the heat is off you. It was a pretty fast moving river as it was raining this night, and it is the middle of the night, so there's not too many boats in your way. Until eventually you get to like this almost like there's like a mini lake inside the middle of the city, and there's this one specific pier that you go into. It's in a section of this lake that's like considered the slummy sort of section almost. Like the pier is very run down, but eventually you get to this pier, and there is this like secret opening that happens. You see the big tabaxi guy take his oar and like poke something at the top, and it's way too dark to see it, and it's way too far up. But yeah, he pokes something, and you hear like a latch come off of something, and this big door opens up, and he drives the boat right inside. And inside this, it's pretty well illuminated, and you wouldn't be able to tell this from the outside. But you come inside here, and it's almost like another like little headquarters that they have going on. There's a couple of people like manning like a desk and 2 guards on each side. And what we see, Quinn, from Quinn's point of view as he wakes up, is that you're in like a little stretcher. And Quinn, the first thing you see is this tabaxi man on like over you. You look to your right, and he's like towering, and you're like laying down, and he's
Ugh.
and he has his paws over your chest.
Hey, hands off! I'm a monk.
Yeah, so he turns towards you, and he's just like, calm down, you have been seriously injured. And he turns again, and he's like, and you can notice that your wounds, as they're closing up, he's like staring intently at them from your clothes. Like
My eyes
almost-
are up here.
Yeah, so he's just like, wait, this is the best part. And he like gets really close to this one wound. Wait, were you attacked? Yeah, you were attacked by halberds. So yeah, he gets really close to this one wound across your chest as it's like slowly closing up from his magic, and he's just like, beautiful, is it not?
I'm feeling very violated right now.
Yes, well, and he takes his paws off as soon as you feel better, and he turns toward you and he's like, I am Mountain Soother, but you may call me Soothe.
How about I don't? I'll just call you Mountain Soother, please.
That is ultimately up to you. It is not a nickname I have been given, but Mountain Soother is. And he like stares off into the distance, and he's just like, "Oh right, there is another one I must attend to. Please, if you have any questions." And he like points towards another tabaxi girl that's in the corner. Ask my assistant over there. And he stands up and he starts to walk away. And then he goes over to you, Ruger. So Quinn, you're in this base now. There's like you're in like a small room, and there's this tabaxi woman standing upright at a corner She's wearing like rags and stuff like that, but she has a whole bunch of like cleaning equipment and stuff and things like that. Is there anything you want to do when you wake up, Quinn? Or are you just gonna kind of lay there and lick your wounds?
What do you mean by cleaning equipment?
She has like bloody rags and stuff next to her that she's tending to.
I don't really have anything, so
Okay.
I'll just sit there.
Yeah, so certainly. So Ruger, you're the next one. Pretty much the same scene. He gets really close to your wounds as they're closing, and as you wake up. This old like cat guy
He gets close to my what?
to your wounds as they're closing up.
All right. Oh, am I awake?
Yes, yeah, you're awake at this point.
Hang on. I don't know what the just. How do you spell that? I'm just gonna Google this really quick.
How do you spell what?
Like what this guy is?
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
He's a
like a-
tabaxi. Yeah, I'll give you a picture. I'll give you guys a picture of what he looks like.
basically like a tiger or lion dude.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
lion.
almost. Yeah, he's like more like a cat, but he looks like a lion, which is how he's grown. That's what he looks like.
Oh shit.
He's a little bit
Oh, he
older. You
missed
could
it.
tell a lot of his hairs are graying and stuff like that.
Mm.
So yeah, you're awake. What do you do?
I'm gonna just open my eyes a little bit.
So yeah, he's closing up these wounds, and you can hear him like after a little bit. It feels very good. Your whole body's like warm, and you don't feel the pain anymore. But after a little bit, he starts like humming to himself, and he has this like kind of like almost sadistic grin on his face. This one wound that you probably like have on your side or something, he comes right up to it, and he's like drawing a line with this magic across it, and he's just like humming to himself when he's looking at it.
Well, and then I reach my hand out and
Okay. Animal. No, I don't think that's gonna work. What are you trying to grab him? Or are you trying to stop him? What are you actually doing?
I just kind of pet him.
Okay. So when you lift your hand, he's gonna try to like grab it a little bit, and he's just like, this is the best part. And he puts it at your side.
Please get out.
Yeah, and he gets right to the end of it, and he kind of like moves his finger like it's the end of like a brush stroke almost, and finishes it up, and then he stands upright, and he's just like, "You should be feeling much better now."
I'm just not gonna say anything to that.
So yeah, he's just looking at you, and there's like this weird awkward silence as he stands up, and he's just like, again, if you need anything, give a holler. And he stands up and starts walking out the door. So eventually, after you guys get out of bed, you stand up, and there's like this there's not really like offices or anything. There's two rooms that were probably transferred from an office. There was only two of them. So yeah, you come out and you're like immediately in like this hangar almost. It's mostly water, but around the outsides is where everybody's walking and stuff in their own little secret base that they have. And in like one of the corners, you see Yvette and Foster just kind of sitting and chilling and waiting. If that's what you guys want to do. Do you guys want to do anything while you're waiting in this?
I
place?
am nowhere near her.
Okay, you're not gonna be with each other.
No.
Nope.
What is Yvette doing?
She's probably like playing around with her whip, I guess.
Yeah,
Just
certainly.
like hitting the ground with it.
Do you think your women would know about this place?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
Certainly. All right. Yeah. So eventually, you guys are out there, and then you see Quinn probably comes out first, and Ruger eventually comes out of his room. Well done, and they're all good.
All right.
So yeah, are you guys gonna wanna? What do you do as you guys are out there?
I walk up to the two of them, try to get them together so I can talk to them.
Mhm.
I'm assuming they come along because I'm their fearless leader. And I say, we need to talk about Yvette, about this lot here. I know they're on our side, but if I were you, I wouldn't trust them. I don't. They were both Quinn and Ruger were both unconscious while she tried to attack me, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. What were you saying, Karina?
I was gonna say, why should I not trust them?
Oh no, not you.
Yeah.
You're with them.
You got
I'm
me
not.
confused.
I'm not gathering you up.
He was talking about you.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I was so confused. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Right. Mate, I don't even trust you.
Well, you should, because I've saved your life 3 times now. Nothing to say to that. Good. I say, after the two went down, and I personally stabilized both of you. That one over there, and I try to direct my head, assuming she's even in sight, to Yvette.
Mhm.
Said she tried to stab me. I tried to get you two out of there, but she didn't want to abandon the mission, so she tried to kill me. And I said, think on that for a moment, and then I leave them to their own devices.
All right. So
Showing some dissent.
yeah, yeah, some food for thought. So the night is pretty deep into the night. If you guys want to rest for the rest of the night, there are certainly like cots. Probably not very. They're not very comfortable, but there's somewhere they're like little cots to sleep in. Until eventually morning comes. Now nobody's gonna talk to you. Pretty much because it's pretty sparse.
Oh, that was a long rest.
Yeah, certainly a long rest. But yeah, so you guys spend the rest of the night as you see just like resistance members coming in and out, or not resistance insurgents coming in and out. And yeah, eventually the morning comes. Now, when the morning comes, you are all woken up by what's her face, Laura. She probably wakes you up first, Yvette. And she crouches down. And she's like, Yvette.
What?
One of your girls just got back. Said there was urgent news. She was looking all over the city for you, and one of our soldiers ran into her. Said it was urgent.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Yeah. So she brings you outside of the little secret hideout into like the slummy area, and there's this one guard. Not really a guard because he's on your side, but there's one like thug looking dude that's considered one of the insurgents with one of your women. She doesn't look beat up or anything, but she looks like she looks like restless almost. And the instant that you come around the corner, she's like, mistress,
What?
uh, they have another prisoner. I saw it. They're bringing her into the city now.
Can I just sigh? Okay. Why is this happening?
I don't know, but I think she was from Formarth. That's what the soldiers were saying. Those are the rumors.
How lovely. Let's go pay them a visit. Nice.
I had some of the other ones try to track their routes. She stopped at a prison first, but I think they're looking to transfer her. And when she's saying all this, Laura slowly turns to her and she's like, "What did this woman look like?" And your woman looks back, and she's like, "She had very pale skin, red eyes, and this one slit down her forehead. I don't know. She looked pretty scary, but I figured she was from Arth the instant I saw her. That's probably why the soldiers brought her in too." Yeah, and then Laura like flicks her like a gold coin, and proceeds to like try to catch it midair. And she looks over at you, Yvette, and she's like, "Sorry, should that go to you or the girl?"
Nah, I don't give a shit.
And yeah, your girl like looks at you and she's like, "Thank you, mistress," and turns around to go off and gather some more information for you. So at the end of that, Laura turns around. And she's just like, "Do you know who she's talking about? Was she in the invasion as well?"
I honestly do not know, but
Hmm.
we should probably figure who this mysterious lady is.
Yes, she may be an asset, and we cannot have her blabbing information about Formarth for us. All right, I will get the information that we need. You get your party ready for a real job with actual planning, please, this time. And could you please try not to kill them?
Well, if you tell them not to be such little bitches, then sure. It's my job to make them my bitches.
You mother. No, I'm kidding. It's like the first thing I hear when I come back.
You can teach them all this without the violence. I trust that. If you
She's like,
just don't
sorry.
be the one to kill them, let them kill them. Okay?
Hey.
She's like, fine. I'll play with them later. It's fine.
I'm sure you will. And she turns around and she puts her cowl up and proceeds to like ninja run away. But yeah, it's the morning, and you guys all wake up at this time. They probably have like a scheduled wake up time. And yeah, out of the corner of your eyes, as you're all waking up, you see a vent coming into the little pier. As you guys wake up, what would you like to do?
Breakfast.
Certainly, they'd be serving some slop or whatever you
Ugh.
call it, some breakfast slop. It's not the best stuff, but it's food.
Question mark.
Mhm.
We don't know anything about like the plans, right? Like we don't know. Like Yvette's the only one that knows about the mission we're getting.
Yeah, if she wants to tell you all about it. You guys saw her come in. I don't know if she's gonna want to talk to you though. She was kind of ordered to. I don't know. So whatever she wants to do. What is Yvette doing? Since she has all this information.
She's gonna casually stroll to where all the guys are.
Mhm.
She's gonna take her sweet time. Bitches, get your asses over here.
Excuse me. I'm kidding. I stay seated, eating my shitty breakfast, and I don't acknowledge her presence.
If you don't behave, I'll have to put you in my dungeon.
Okay.
Oh no.
You got me. I'm up. I don't have to like it.
Who says you have to like it? Exactly. But she's gonna come up to them and say, I have another fun mission for us to perform.
Please tell us that you're not the one planning here.
You're damn straight I'm the one planning this shit.
I don't want to do it.
We need to get some more information about this bitch that got transferred over here. She's in prison.
Yeah, so I don't think I made this clear, but so she was captured outside Fortress. She was brought into a prison, and they're transferring her to another one.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I say that.
Yep.
All
We
right,
gotta rescue this bitch.
oh, we don't have a name.
Bitch. That's like what I'm gonna call her right now because I don't know her name.
Yeah, you weren't given one. Yep.
That
Oh, I
is a very terrible name, but so are we freeing her, or we're just finding out who she is?
Both.
All right. So what's the plan? Air quotes.
I'm gonna air quote you back. We're gonna find more information about her. Gotta figure out the schedule that she's
Alright.
on.
Excuse me, Yvette, but air quotes don't apply there.
Excuse me, Foster. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
That's Ruger, actually.
Oh.
I say, you don't even know our names.
I'm gonna bitch slap you.
Parrot.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Alright.
So, your morning goes by. What you're pretty much waiting for now, Yvette. If you want to go out and start talking to your women, you can certainly do that, or you can just wait and they'll report back to you. And you guys have some time if you want to go into the city and try to buy stuff with anything, or try to get some things done, or have a drink or anything. That stuff you could certainly do that in this amount of time. You're not
Yeah,
gonna get
I would like
everything
to.
like right away.
I would like to go find a weaponsmith.
Yep.
And assuming I find one, which I probably will. I would like to sell my cutlass or my scimitar.
Okay. Yep.
Never used.
I believe a scimitar is like what, 5 gold?
25.
Is it 25 gold?
Yeah. it's a
They'll
pretty
sell
good
it to you for 15.
one. Yeah. That's good enough. Whatever.
Mhm. So, yeah, like in this part of the city, it's definitely a little bit slummier, but there's like it's a quick walk to another part. That's a little bit better, and you get a pretty good price over there. I want to know what Quinn is doing. What is Quinn doing through all this, Melvin?
I mean, considering I woke up on a stretcher,
Mhm.
I came from a sewer full of shit, and I woke up in a stretcher full of and surrounded by cat people. I'm very confused right now.
So is that your whole take? You're just kind of like going with the flow, kind of. You're not really trying to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, certainly. What's Ruger doing?
I'm attempting to eat the swab, but I can't get her down.
Yeah. So Ruger, give me a perception check as you're sitting there eating. You too, Quinn. Yvette, are you going to talk to your women, or are you gonna stay there?
I guess I'll talk to my ladies.
Okay, you gotta go out and find them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So Quinn, you're probably a little bit more attentive because you're wary about this whole situation. And outside, you hear more than a couple of footsteps, almost, coming up to the door. What would you like to do?
Before the footsteps can get there, I rush in, open the door, and I say, "I've been expecting you."
So you're gonna go up to the door and open it?
Yes.
So yeah, so you open the door and instantly you're like looking at eye level to talk to somebody, but nobody's there. And you look down and you see a dwarf, and he looks up at you and he's just like, "What the bloody hell are you talking about?"
Oh, you know, you.
Step aside, little one. We're here to talk to the
Little one coming from you.
It's racist.
So this dwarf looks pretty tough. He you could see like a vein pop in his forehead when you say that, and he's just like, "Would you like to say that again?"
I said, little one coming from you.
And this time he like reaches for this big ass battle hammer that he has on his back, and he's just like, "How about one more time?" He's giving you the look.
You know, you might want to get that checked out. You know, I heard hearing loss is a sign of old age.
Okay, give me. God, I don't know. Are you guys? Because this guy, he's giving you the look like he's about to hit your ass. Like, are you trying to make him not, or are you trying to piss him off and make you hit him, and make him hit you?
No, it's more of that Quinn hasn't been dealing with people outside of his temple for a very long time.
Okay, certainly,
so.
yeah. So he sees that in your eyes, and he looks back because there's 4 other ones, and in the middle of there you see a familiar like fur almost, but they're covering it because these guys are a little bit taller than it. and you can't get a clear sight of it. So there's 4 of them surrounding this little thing in the middle, but you can't see what it is. But you see like little paws on the ground. And he like looks up at you with like this dumbfounded look, and he turns around and he's like, "My mama told me never to hit a dumb one, so just step aside. We're not here for you." And he like tries to like push you out of the doorway to come inside.
I am pushed out of the doorway.
You gonna let him?
Yes.
Okay, there's certainly 4 of them. So he comes through the door, and he's looking around, and he's like, "Soother, where are you, Soother?" And from the medical room, you see Mountain Soother come out, in his wardrobe, and he notices them, and he like perks his ears up almost, and he goes up to him and proceeds to follow them outside for discussions about something. That's all that happens for now. So Yvette, unless you want to do anything, Quinn, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So Yvette, you go out to find your women around Fortress, and you probably have your own like dignified like zones where you know them, and there's some sort of signal that you can get them to find you. Certainly, like there's places like bars and stuff that you can wait, and probably they like check out to see if you're there for payments and things like that. So you can certainly go around Fortress doing that. So a lot of them come to you with no information, just payments. But eventually, 3 of them come up to you at the same time, and one of them is the girl that gave you the initial information. And they pretty much tell you as they're coming up. They pretty much give you the route that they're gonna take. It seems like one of the girls gives you like this elaborate story about how this morning after she got information that she went to go sleep with one of the guards that was going out that morning, and pretty much got the information out of him. And just like constant stories like that, or like them perusing and using their sexuality to get some information. So they give you pretty much an exact route and a time for them to for the transfer that's being made. So yeah, they say the transfer is being made in about a day or tomorrow, at a pretty early in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning. Is when they're making the transfer, and they give you the route as well, and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you have that information. Is there anything else you want them to do before they leave you?
Nah. They can
Alright.
they can leave my presence. I don't need them.
Yeah. So the day goes by. Did you guys want to do anything else this day for what you're trying to do?
Hold on a minute.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm all set.
All set.
Me too.
Okay. So yeah, the next day comes. Now this later that night. Skip that. Not the next day. So later that night during the same day. Ruger, this Mountain Soother comes up to you. He approaches you, and he puts this like big arm over your shoulder, and he's like, "I need to talk to you, my boy.
But what?
You see, we got a little bit of. Can we talk outside?"
I'd rather talk right here.
You see, and he like looks up a little bit, and he's like, "This is very sensitive information. I don't want anybody else listening in. It's about what you can provide for me. A little some good times, if you would."
I'm not in that line of work, buddy.
Listen, don't make this hard. Come with me, and you won't
Alright.
get hurt.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, so he says that, and he starts walking towards the door. He doesn't even look back at you.
I'm just gonna make a perception check really quick to see if anyone else is looking at me.
So, what are you trying to notice?
Like, any possible danger around me?
No, not while you're in the base. People glanced a little bit just to see what he was talking to you about, but they were too far away to listen, and they didn't care after he walked away.
I'm gonna go and peek out the door just to see what I can see out there before I leave.
So yeah, you walk out. There's nothing out the door.
Okay. I'm just gonna follow him then.
Okay. So yeah, you see him go around a couple of corners, a couple of blocks, and eventually he walks down this alleyway. Now this is like your stereotypical alleyway that doesn't have an exit to it, and he walks all the way to the back of it, and he like disappears into the darkness. And you can hear his voice as he comes up, and he's just like, "Over here, Ruger."
I guess I'll follow him. Oh my god.
So you come into the middle of this alleyway, and it's super dark. It goes on for you can't determine how long it goes for, but eventually you hear this something a torch lit. You hear the distinct sound of almost like a little candle, or not a candle. What the fuck am I trying to say? A match. Yeah, like a match lit. And these torches like light up, and in front of you are the 4 dwarves that came to the hideout. Now they're standing there, and in the middle of them is Mountain Soother, and what he's holding in his arms, like he has like this big thing in his arms, and he turns it towards you, and it looks like it's like almost a half. Actually, it's not in his arms. It would be too big. And so it's like next to him, like so he's in the middle of these 4 dwarves, and next to him is this familiar figure. It looks like a gnoll. And the gnoll like looks at you, and you lock eyes with it, and you get this sudden flashback back to Fort Marith, when a certain event happened, and we get the flashback back to the carriage when you locked eyes with the little baby gnoll that you threw out the back of the carriage, and it's the
Oh,
same
no.
eyes, and we get that flashback back to these gnolls' eyes that are looking at you with like this huge amount of disdain back at your face.
Oh my god.
So this gnoll's looking at you, and Mountain Soother is like next to it, shoulder to shoulder almost, but he's not that tall. And so the little dwarves are surrounding it. They all have like their big hammers out, and they're like, "We heard from a source here that you had some merchandise coming back with you here. What happened to it?"
Clear my throat. Do some stretches real quick.
Yeah, so you turn around to run, and immediately you feel this whoosh by you. Now Tabaxi are pretty well known to be extremely fast creatures. They actually have a racial trait that makes them double their speed in one turn. So yeah, he like whizzes past you and goes to the other side of the alleyway, and you like have to run into you, and he physically like stops you. Now this guy doesn't look very strong, this Mountain Soother, but he's not called Mountain for nothing. Give me actually no, that's your athletics. Okay, it's gonna go against his. He's gonna try to stop you as you're running.
Please get a 1. Just please get a 1.
Maybe. Where is it? Actually, it's not that good. It's not as good as I thought it would be. Okay, yeah, he certainly stops you. Yeah, so you just like run into him, and you kind of fall back a little bit. Now the dwarves have kind of moved up, and you can hear like a cackle coming from the gnoll back there, and he's just like, "Can't run away now, laddie. Just tell us where it is."
Well, it's at the bottom of the ocean, actually.
Now, I'm not a big fan of jokes here. I know you're hiding it somewhere, stashing it for your own use. You're supposed to sell that stuff, make a profit, start a chain for our boss. But no, you haven't done anything with it. In fact, you go prison breaking with it. What is this? Now tell us where it is.
Do you mean the drugs, right?
Yes, the drugs.
Well, we were coming into Formarith, and oh, yeah. Thanks, Foster.
Don't mind me, I'm watching.
We were coming in to settle, and we were on the ship. Everything was going smoothly. I was down in the cabin, and there was a cannonball that came through, and I was like, "Oh, what was that?" So I went and looked at it, and there was a bunch of ships,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got boarded. We fought them off, but then a kraken came and sunk our ship, and now the drugs are at the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, because that was pretty good.
Okay.
Oh my,
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's like smacking his hammer this entire time, and he stops it when you get to the end, and he's like, "Do you take me for a fucking fool? Do you know what we do to liars around here? Fortress has their own special toys, if you will, for dealing with liars." He's like smacking his hammer the entire time. The knoll this entire time has been cackling behind you. Mountain Soothers have this stern face about him. It's like, do you know what we do to liars?
I'd rather not find out. Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, so you're gonna whip your longsword out?
Yeah.
All right. So this fight is a losing one. Do you want to go through it? Do you want to go down fighting?
Yeah, I want to see if I can kill someone.
Okay, sir. Okay, let me get some tokens out. I wasn't expecting a fight. Okay.
You're a hero.
Yeah, certainly.
You're die a hero, but hey, you're a hero.
I don't have any of these prepared. All right. Okay. Let me just get my book open so I can look this up.
If it's too much of a hassle, I can just die.
No. I mean, yeah, because these guys were going to be pretty tough. There's 4 of them, and the knoll that's going to join in. But yeah, these guys are like full blown thugs, and you're alone and only level 3. So
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
yeah, and they're wearing pretty heavy armor. So you like try to whip your sword out, and you get like a couple of good slashes. Like the 16 is enough to hit one of them. But yeah, they're eventually gonna pummel you to the ground, with like their hammers. And eventually, yeah, they like one knocks your sword out of your hand. The other one like knocks your other sword. Right? You had 2 swords, right? Yeah. The other one
No,
knocks. Oh, what was that?
I just had one sword.
Oh, you only have 1 sword, right? You weren't a double fighter. But yeah, the other one like knocks you to the ground, and they're just like pummeling on you until that you're like lying there in like a bloody mess. At this point, like Mountain Soother has turned around and walked away, and has gone back. But eventually, they like start to drag your body into the darkness with this knoll cackling the entire time.
God, that's dark.
Yeah, and the last thing we see is Ruger's hand like disappear into this dark alleyway.
Can I yell one last word?
You certainly can.
Oi, Soother. Tell Thory that he looks silly in that big chair.
Yeah, and we hear one last crack in the darkness, in silence, and a cackling, maybe.
You look silly in that big chair.
So yeah, the night goes on. all of you see Mountain Soother come back, and the morning comes, and Ruger is not there any longer. So this morning, you guys were supposed to wake up like really early for your planning. So yeah, it's probably around like 3 o'clock in the morning when you get up to start setting up, because you have to go into Fortress a little bit to go to where the ambush is supposed to happen. But yeah, you guys all wake up, but you don't see Ruger in his little cot.
You said during the night we saw Sooth come back.
Yeah, certainly.
I would like to question him about it in the morning.
Yes, yeah. So you guys are all awake and people are preparing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I walk up to him and say, "Hey, did you see Ruger or something when you were out last night?"
Ruger, he said he was going out with a couple of buddies he found drinking that night. Insight? Is that what you rolled? Okay. Let me roll his deception.
Right.
Let me get it out here. Deception. Where is it? Here it is. He's not very good at it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you could tell there's something outlier in his voice that's like he's not telling the truth, but you don't know exactly what.
I say, oh yeah? Who'd he go with? Where'd he go? Why isn't he back?
Some bar, I don't know. I do not keep up with my patients. I simply take care of them.
But you saw him.
I did.
So that must mean you were the one. So that must mean you were one of the last people who saw him.
I believe so. Unless you want to try to find his friends that he went off with. A couple of dwarves, I believe. Maybe one human.
Dwarves. What do these dwarves look like? What they're wearing?
You know, dwarves, they don't like to go anywhere without their armor. You know, the military.
Can I still tell? Can I still tell that?
Yeah,
he's
this
like,
entire time, this entire conversation, you know, there's something lying. Like even with the first lie, you would know the entire rest of it is probably a lie.
All right. And you mean to tell me that you still have no idea where he went with these mystery dwarves?
No clue.
Huh. You know what I think? I think you're trying to bullshit me. I think you know exactly where Mr. Blackmont is right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep my voice down, like kind of stepping closer to him.
Yeah, and he has this really long. He puts this really long look on. It's kind of like one of those cat faces when they're just like staring at something blankly off in the distance, and he's just like, I can assure you, I do not know where he is, or even if he's alive.
I can assure you, if I find out where he is and how he's doing, and I find out that you had something to do with it, I'm gonna turn you into a fucking rug. And I get real close when I say that last bit.
Yeah, and he says that, and he looks you dead in the face this time, and he's like, now what would Laura think about that? Or Krihak, their best medic, attacked by some new recruit. Who do you think would win in that argument?
Can't really say. I can tell you who'll lose though. Then I leave.
Nice, yeah. Sure, yeah, cool. All right, so yeah, you guys are preparing now. Is there anything special you guys want to do for preparation? Eventually, Laura comes back in this morning after you guys have your little conversation, Foster and Mountain Soother. Oh, yeah. Probably after you have your little conversation. So Laura comes in and she like brings all you guys to like this one table in the corner of your little hideout. And it's the four of you along with Mountain Soother and Krihak eventually comes and joins the party. Now Laura kind of goes over the plan. There is the whole reason why this is going to work out in the first place, she starts to explain, is because their route is specifically through a slum that they control. There's a great deal of insurgents in this slum that are pretty loyal to the Formarith cause. They want to change in Fortress, and they're looking to this for it. So the whole reason why this is going to be kept quiet and that it's going to work out so well is because the route that they're taking is through a slum that the insurgents control. So there is some pretty tight buildings, and there are a lot of corners to it. So there's a perfect opportunity to strike from both above and from the ground. And one the other soldiers are going to try to distract or try to mitigate what forces are guiding this person through the streets. So they're going to start the attack. Some of the lower insurgents, and they're going to force the carriage to start running through the streets and eventually meet up with you guys to attack them when they come up to an intersection. So yeah, she kind of gives that layout, and let me show you what the actual intersection that they're talking about is, so you guys can get a little plan together. You're gonna get there early enough to set up and know where everything's coming from. So this is kind of the intersection that she's talking about. So I'm gonna put your tokens down. You guys can just be wherever you want to be. Now these buildings, you can be inside them. Some of them are just like normal like houses, and you could just ask the residents to get out if you want to come in from a building or something. Or you can go up to the top of the buildings and come down from there. But I'll tell you right now, if you want to jump off, you will take falling damage for those kind of things. So let me get your tokens out.
All right. You said only some of these buildings are like houses, right?
Yes. Well, most of them are actually. It's like a slum almost.
Are any of them
It's a-
Formarith sympathizers?
All of them are.
Oh, all of them are.
Yeah, this entire section of the city is.
And that right there is where the carriage is going to stop.
So it's gonna come from this way. They're gonna be chased this way.
And it doesn't matter where it stops.
It just depends on where
Depends
you want
on-
to attack it from and how are you gonna stop it.
All right. In that case, I'll probably like set up in this house right here.
Yeah. So
tell 'em
Laura's gonna join you guys for this.
Cool.
Yeah. So Laura's gonna join you all. So where are you gonna be, Quinn and Yvette?
I'll be with Laura.
Okay, so Laura's gonna come from the top of the building. She's gonna be kind of like the shot caller. She's gonna be in the corner here. She's gonna look out for when the cart's coming and kind of like give the signal almost to get ready. So are you gonna be up with her? Or are you gonna want to be in her building? Where are you gonna be?
I'll be in the building.
Make sure you heal yourself too, Yvette. You guys rested and stuff.
And there are windows like on both sides of this thing.
Yes, yeah. There's windows.
Cool.
Quinn,
set up on the
how about you?
I'll be in the middle of the road.
Just the middle of the road?
Yeah, just there.
Okay, yeah, certainly.
I'm going in.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the morning eventually comes. Happy, if you wanna. One sec. You're muted, Happy. If you're saying anything. Oh, he said he's gonna be right back, right? No, he should be here.
Oh, yep.
There you are.
My mic was just muted.
Yeah, there you are. One sec, I gotta message you some stuff. Okay, so yeah, the morning comes. Laura perches up on the top. Yvette, are you gonna be up there with you? Sorry, or are you gonna be down below underneath her?
I was gonna be in the building, like below her.
Okay, yep, certainly. And then Foster's waiting there. So yeah, eventually you guys are.
Before we get into this, there's like a second floor in this building, right?
Yes, yeah. There's a
All
second
right.
floor of all the buildings.
All right, cool. On the second floor then.
You're on the second floor?
Yep.
Okay, so that's relatively at least 10 feet up, so if you drop, it's only a d10 of damage. It's a d10 of damage per every 10 feet that you fall down. So just keep that in mind for people that'll jumping off and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, eventually it's like super early morning. It's pretty much dusk, and all the dew is on the ground. Super quiet. Like pretty far off in the distance. Pretty far off in the distance, you hear like the clattering of something happening. There's probably like a loud bang from something that startles the horses. And you hear like you hear some stuff start to happen. So a lot of the soldiers back there, we kind of get the scene of them. There was a much bigger force back there that was occupying the back of it. It seemed like they were pretty much putting this on the top of the priority list for capturees and stuff like that. So yeah, they were heavily guarding it. And eventually you hear like the clippity clops of horses coming down the streets of this paved streetway. And it turns a corner, and you kind of see that the cart like kind of goes with it. It's almost like a chase scene almost. And behind it, there are 4 guards like running behind it, and 2 guards with like 2 dogs, like guard dogs running in front of it. And then there's 2 front guards that look like higher ranks in some sort of manner. But yeah, they're like running along with it and the horses, and eventually it gets to a point right around here. Here, I'll actually reveal this so that you guys can see it. It gets, and you see the woman inside, a very familiar face that you've all seen before. So yeah, she's like inside there. She doesn't have any of her things, but yeah, they start running down, and eventually they get to right around there when Laura gives the signal to start attacking. But maybe they like start to slow down a little bit because Quinn is just standing in the middle of the road. So Quinn, these 2 big horses are running straight for you with this cart. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna react?
Can I
Didn't really
can
think
I
this through.
establish that before everything happened, I was lying in the floor in the middle of the road?
Sure, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna just be lying there, and as they come right up to me, I'll say, "Help, please, help, anyone?"
Okay, so yeah, they see that. Give me a performance check or a deception, either one.
This is your time to shine, Quinn. You're the star
My
of the show.
charisma modifier is 0.
So
You know what?
raw talent. Nat 20. Let's do it.
You know what? I'll just spend my inspiration on this.
Okay.
You're so inspired to
Let's not
give a good
put it
act.
on a death sage or anything. Let's use it for this distraction here. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
just
I
so
think-
it's there.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Advantage.
That's pretty decent. I mean, they're running away and they're in a pretty big hurry. Okay, so this is what happens. So the horses are spooked. They don't want to run over you, so they kind of do that thing where they're like try to make a split decision and kind of break off a little bit and split the carriage almost, and it kind of like rocks a lot. But they kind of step on you.
Oh.
Oh,
They're gonna continue to go. They're going way too fast to just stop in the middle of this. So yeah, they're gonna.
okay. You know what? Okay, so I take damage from that.
Yeah, just a little bit. Let me see what horses.
Okay, then in that case, as they pass, I will attack the horse from below.
Okay. The men are alongside them, so I don't know if you would want to attack them, but let me see the damage first. So they have a hoof attack, I believe. Yep. It is a 2d4 plus 4 if it hits, plus 6. So this is a d20 plus 6 with advantage because you are on the ground. So here's the first one. That misses. That one hits. So you take 2d4 plus 4. So you take
7 damage.
yeah, so you take 7 damage. As it steps on you. Yeah, so they step on you, and like the horses continue a little bit, and the cart like rides over you. And the guards, the front guards, don't stop to help you. They're like more concerned with their prisoner, but the back guards, maybe two of them, try to stop a little bit. But at this point, Laura has already given off the signal to attack. Like she's given off the signal to attack, but maybe you're like distracting the back guards with whatever bullshit you're doing. So the cart is gonna stop as the horses stop over you, and these guys are gonna continue to go.
So is the where's the carriage now?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, let me start moving it. It's gonna go. It's gonna go like right around here.
Mhm.
With her still in it.
And I'm underneath the carriage.
So you can punch one of the horses if you want to. As this is going, this is all going to be a surprise round because you're definitely surprising all of them.
You think I can bash a hole in the bottom of the carriage?
You can try. I don't know what that would accomplish.
Yeah, the carriage is the cage is on the carriage, so even if you like punch a hole through it.
Yeah, so everybody roll initiative. Let's get that going.
Oh, we got an initiative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can do a surprise round first.
Oh yeah, initiative exists. Oh whoops.
Whoops.
So that's still a 9, isn't it?
Should be the first one, right?
Yeah, first one was a 9.
Did you roll with an advantage? Yeah. Whatever. We'll just keep the 9. So Laura gets hers as well. That initiative, and then I gotta roll for the other fuckers. So yeah, the guys at front, they look like they're not like the ones that you fought back at the prison. These look a little bit different.
Different.
They look lesser in rank, but their armor is shaped in a strange way. They're wearing breastplate, more for maneuverability almost. They're not like full plate mail like the other guy was.
Alright.
But they definitely look higher in rank than the normal guys. That guy, then this guy. Sorry, I'm just getting all the character sheets out. Alright, let's start rolling. There's a lot of motherfuckers here. And then the doggos. Oh, I forgot that. Donde doggo.
Yeah, that's what I was about to. I forgot to ask that. Are they dogs or actual horses?
No, those are. I just didn't put the horses in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's because
forgot.
they're like
Yeah, I
yeah,
forgot.
they're like next to the thing. I was confused. It's
No.
like-
The horses just attacked them because they were stepping on them. It was not.
Yeah.
It was not a. I just didn't put their tokens. The two doggos. Boom and boom. Descending. Did you give me that roll there? Yes, you did. And then a 17.
So does the surprise round still hold the turn order, or do we go first?
Yeah. So you guys do all your stuff first, and then.
All right, cool.
But yeah, it'll go by whoever went in the turn order first. So you guys all get your turns, and then we can start back at the top again. So Foster, you're the first one to react as Laura gives the signal. What do you do?
All right. Well, I'm like basically hanging out the window
Mhm.
each time I shoot, then I go back in.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like put myself here.
Yeah. So
Which would like stop the carriage more, if I broke this wheel or if I killed a horse?
if you killed one horse, the other one's still gonna go.
But if I break the wheel, that would slow them both
That
down.
would veer the cart in the direction. Yes, certainly.
All right.
And probably,
I go for
probably into a building.
to a
Sounds
building.
good.
Mhm.
Sounds like my kind of mayhem. So yeah, I'm gonna break that wheel there. Eldritch blast.
All right. Let's not worry about the monk underneath it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nah, screw it.
Yeah.
Quinn, you're fine.
Yeah, no problem. It's just surrounded by a bunch of guards, and the only one on the ground
Well,
level.
you know what? I didn't tell him to go there, so
Actually, let me put an initiative for when the cart moves, because that'll probably be important for Quinn for Quinn's sake. So I'll give the cart
Yeah.
an initiative. If that makes sense.
Give the
Alright.
card initiative.
Yeah, let's give the cart initiative. Actually, I'll just make it a horse. Let's put the horses down.
Okay, can I still roll my Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, go
right now?
ahead.
Alright, cool.
While I'm doing this. What'd you roll?
12.
And
Is
how
that-
much damage?
It's 11 plus, what is that? 14. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't math right now. But yeah, 14.
14 damage? That's
Yeah.
a lot of damage. Okay. So with that much damage, you don't destroy it, but you put a pretty big chunk into it that makes it, makes it pretty much unusable.
Yeah, well, that was my objective.
Yeah, exactly. So
Obliterated.
let me get the horse initiative. I believe horses have a +2 to dexterity, a draft horse. Let me see. Yep, nope, it doesn't. It has a +0.
Hmm.
So it rolled an 18 though. That's pretty high.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, that's the surprise round. That's Foster. So yeah, you've broken the wheel. It's not completely off, but it's unusable now. Is that
They're
your
gonna
turn?
be they're gonna be like moving over to the left then.
All right. Next.
I go back. And I take cover, I get low, like
Mhm.
under the windowsill.
Yeah, certainly. Next, so none of you guys noticed this, but coming from up the street a little bit is a sultry man. How about he describe it himself?
Oh! Ooh.
Mr. Happy.
All right.
Where is he? There he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of just like I'm kind of just leaning against the wall, and I get off of it. I'm like this big guy. I'm like 6'5", let's say. I'm like a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like in full like metal armor. I got a halberd. And I just start strolling on down towards the caravan.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
But I start picking up speed.
Ooh.
And I just start to eventually break into a full sprint. Can I do that? Actually, is there enough?
You have 30 feet of movement there, but Halberd has 10 feet of attack, so.
That's what I wanted actually. So this
Yeah,
is
dude.
30 feet. So if I sprint,
Well,
actually,
you
I'll
can.
go for this guy.
Oh.
That's 40 feet. That's what I need.
So you
But
can't.
no,
Yeah.
if you move anywhere here, you can still attack these guys because
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
has 10.
You
I
can
know,
move.
I know. But alright. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna use an action to dash. Hang on. I'm not sure how that would work with. Because I have a thing. Let me post it in the chat really quick.
Yeah. Let me see what you're talking about. When you use your action to dash, you can use a bonus action to make one melee attack and shove a creature. If you move at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action, you gain +5 bonus to the attack damage roll. If you choose to make a melee attack or hit, you can push the target up to 10 feet away from you. Damn, that's good. Yeah, nice. So you get +5 bonus to the attack roll to the damage. So you still have to make the attack roll with your normal bonuses and stuff. So
Alright,
yeah,
Is that enough? It's at I need 10 feet away though.
if you move at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action. So yeah, that's 40 feet. Yep.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
I thought I had to activate the dash.
No,
I
yeah,
thought it had
because
to be 10
that's
feet
for
after.
like if you're going around corners. Like if you go around a 5-foot corner, you can't use it. But
No.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that to this guy.
Nice. Go ahead. Yeah. So you gave us the description. What is it? Go ahead and roll your attack and see if you hit him. This has advantage because I forgot to tell you that because it's all surprise. This has advantage as well. I forgot to tell you that, Foster. My bad. Nice. Yeah. 19.
Well, whatever. I still hit. So.
Oh yeah, that still hits. Yeah, for 9 points of damage. Plus your
And then-
5. Yeah. So it does 14 points. Now, what does it look like when you hit this guy with this charging attack?
I'm gonna I'm gonna have my halberd down at my side, pointy bit, facing towards him, And then when I run into him, I'm gonna like, since he's right next to it, I'm gonna slam him against one of the fucking horses.
Nice. So you're gonna push him back with it?
No, he's. I think he's right next to a horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little in front of it. He's gonna be knocked into his friend over
All right. But yeah, I'm just gonna send him into fucking space.
here. Okay. Yeah. So 10 feet is gonna knock him into his friend. Now I'm gonna have him roll some athletics checks to see if they're knocked prone when this happens. Because they're running into each other. One falls, the other one, holy shit, they are bad. So yeah, this guy like tumbles into this guy, and they both like fall on the ground, and they're prone as they run into each other. Nice, yeah. So you just pummel them as you hit them.
Actually, can I? Oh, no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Cool. Yvette, it is your turn.
Sweet. I guess I'll attack the nearest guard. Maybe.
Yeah, so you're just gonna come around the corner and just like stab him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So this has advantage because it is a surprise.
No. Oops.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. 17 hits for 6 points of damage. You're a bard now, right? You're not the rogue anymore. Correct.
Yeah, I'm a bard.
Yeah, I forgot you don't have any stick attack damage. But yeah, 6 damage is pretty good. As you like stab him in the chest as he comes around the corner. Nice. Is that everything? Do you have any bonus actions or movement?
I don't think so.
Okay. So Laura is going to take out a bow from her back. She's gonna try to shoot a motherfucker. Actually,
As
no.
one tends to do.
Actually, no, she's not gonna do that. Actually, yes, she is. Actually, no, she's not. Actually, yes, she is. So she's gonna run this way, up the tiles, and then she's gonna jump off, and like try to land on this guy with like this big dagger or short sword that she has out. So yeah, she's just gonna jump off a 20-foot building. So she's gonna take 2d10 points of damage as she jumps off. Let me do that. She wants to look like a fucking badass. 2d10. Oh, that was not right. 2d10. There you go. So she takes 12 points of damage. But yeah, she jumps off and she comes down with the short sword on top of this guy's head. And I believe that hits him, right? 13 hits. No, it doesn't. She actually. Oh no, she has advantage. Oh yeah, that one hits. So yeah, she hits him for a shit ton of damage. Why didn't it add it all? Oh my god, everything's broken. Stand by, please. God damn it. 26. 26. 1d6 plus dex damage plus 7d6. Alright. So this is just the damage. So yeah, she just comes down right on top of this guy's head and just like impales him through the top of his head and kills him instantly when she jumps off.
What's that? What's that blue square on the 24 mean?
I
Haven't
have
seen it.
no clue.
I've never seen that before.
I have no clue, yeah. But yeah, she just jumps down and kills this guy. Quinn, you're under a cart. What are you doing?
The wheel here is half broken, I assume.
Yeah, you hear the crack come from somewhere and destroy it.
Yeah, I'll bash out that wheel. But if I do so, will the cart like fall on me? I think
you get a
physics
punch.
works that way.
What do you get a punch?
I was intending to punch out that wheel.
Yeah. I mean, it already looks like it's gonna do the job, but yeah, if you want to make it do a better job, you can certainly do that.
Hmm. Um, how much space is there under the cart?
There's a good amount. Why?
So if the wheels were gone, there would still be like space enough for me.
If their what is gone?
If both wheels are gone and there's nothing supporting the cart.
It'll. I mean, it's getting pulled by the horses pretty fast right now, so it'll probably move around 10 feet before it. But
He means like if
yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to say.
So like
Uh,
with the back fall.
the back would fall and then it'd start dragging you with it.
So I just need to move fast enough
But also,
to.
this wheel is still like upright. It just has like chunks out of it, so it's still working. If you manage to destroy this one.
Yeah, I know. How fast is the cart?
It's going about a horse's speed, so it's going 50 feet.
2 horsepower.
Yeah, it's going 50 feet per.
50. I have 45 feet of movement, so I think. Do you think that? Okay, I will make an attack on the half broken wheel.
Okay, go ahead.
Um,
Nice. Yep. Five is certainly enough. I only gave it a certain amount of health. So yeah, 5 is enough to break it.
okay, and then the cart is still moving forward. Is that correct?
Yeah. When it comes to its turn, yes.
I'll hit the other wheel as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're a madman.
Oh my! You just crit a wheel. Let's just say you break it with that. Sure. You crit
Okay,
it.
I break
Wind
it.
punches the wheel.
Yeah.
And
get a
then
soft spot.
I'll have to run a bit, right? Okay, I'll use my movement and get up from underneath.
So you don't
Car.
know where it's gonna go. You've broken both wheels, but yeah. See that? Okay, sure, whatever.
So it doesn't squish me,
So you had to be prone to under there. So you
Oh,
have
so half my movement is
yeah, so
getting
you have
up.
half your movement. Yep.
So that's
There's
20.
there's also a cart over you, so you can't fully stand up. You gotta like crawl out of there.
So that's half of half.
Yep. Well,
So
you
that
could,
gives you what,
yeah, there's half of
15
that.
feet?
Yep. And there's a horse.
15
there.
feet of
So-
total movement.
So you can't go in the horse's space.
How about I go on the horse?
Oh my
You would
god.
have to stand up to get on top of the horse. And you can't do
That's
that.
another half.
That's the other half.
I have 15, right? Standing up is what, half?
Standing up is half, yeah.
And I'm on top of the horse.
And then to
with
get on
half.
top of it, I'm gonna have you roll a check, but you can certainly do that if you have enough movement.
I'll try it.
Okay.
This is
So-
like a fucking action movie.
Yeah. So so Quinn is going to like slide underneath this cart, like give like 2 like lightning fast punches, and then proceed to like push himself the other way where he just came from. Stand up in the same motion, try to get on top of this horse. All right, give me an acrobatics or an athletics. See if you can get on the horse.
I'll roll acrobatics.
Yeah, that's not good enough. So yeah, you try to
Oh.
get it, but this horse is going way too fast. So you're like holding on to it for your dear life, and you're not on top of it. You're on the side of it. So you're gonna stay there.
Mm-mm.
But you're you're like technically like right here, but I'm just gonna have it. So
You should just like. grab-
I'll put you there. You're underneath the horse.
I'm underneath the
You're like
horse.
hanging on the side of it, but we'll just put you there for now.
Alright.
So just so we can go. So we're back to the top. Foster, it's your turn now. No more surprise round.
All right, it's my turn now. All right, so I hang back out the window.
Mhm.
If I attack these guys here, they'll go in that direction, right?
Sure.
Just because like I'm kind of like hanging like
Mhm.
all the way out the window.
Yeah, you can stick your arm out.
So that would send the dog into that guy. And this would send that guy back like 5 feet or 10 feet.
He was just.
If he fails this
he kept
check,
going back.
if he fails this check, I mean, a dog being flung into him, it's a pretty decent sized dog, but it would like hit his legs and he would fall down. He wouldn't get pushed back with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Whatever. I'll attack the dog,
Mhm.
sending him into the guy.
Wow, poor doggo. What did it do to you?
Looked at me wrong. I don't like dogs, dude.
All right, 16. Yep, that hits for 13 points of damage. You kill the dog instantly. Yeah, so you're like shooting down at this dog. You hit it, and you're gonna fling it backwards.
Yep, into the guy.
All right, into the guy. Now he's gonna make a strength save. Strength save. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he's good.
Ah,
So yeah,
alright.
he catches it with his legs as he's running, but he's
Mhm.
dead. The dog is dead. Is that everything?
Yep.
Okay. So the horse is good to go, so that means the cart is moving. So Quinn, you're going to go along with it. But the cart, now that both of its wheels are broken, it like falls to the ground and it like starts to veer off to the left, into this building here.
Well, even with both wheels broken.
Do you want it to continue straight? Because one of the wheels was, yeah, I guess
Broken
so. Yeah,
first.
they were both broken. I was thinking that. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna like hit the ground and it's gonna slow down a little bit, and it's gonna continue straight. So what is the horse movement? 50 feet, I believe. So I'm just gonna cut it to 25 feet. I can't do that on this layer. What the hell? Thank you. It'll go about there
Well,
with the horse with it. And
so
Quinn,
you're going
since
by like the middle of the cart.
what was that?
Wait, well, if it's moving 25 feet, it would go there. It wouldn't go there. It'd be 40 feet.
Did you measure it from the front?
If the middle of the cart is here.
Ah,
If you measure to where the middle of the cart was, it would be like there.
ah,
So, yeah, right there would be good.
so like there's the front. That's not very far. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so Quinn, you're still
it's
on the
like-
horse. So I'm gonna
whatever,
move you with
whatever.
it. But yeah,
Okay.
you're there now. Jesus Christ. All right. And then it's this guy's turn. I'll move her with it as well. All right, so this guy is going to stand up. Now that he's good. Oops, did not mean to do that. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna damn it. He's going to run around and come back to you, Osmond, and he's gonna come at you with a battle axe that he has in his arms. So this guard, he's gonna run at you, and he's like yelling his brains out as he's charging you, and he's going to reckless attack on you. Now this gives him advantage on his attack, but any attacks against him have advantage as well. So Osmond, this is an attack on you with advantage, and he crits you.
I'm gonna parry that. No.
Do you have parry?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I already forget how this works.
So you roll your superiority dice, and you minus that amount from the damage you take.
Okay, a superior is 1d8, right?
I believe it's your superiority dice, which is a 1d8. You're also kind of giving off a little bit of static there.
Yeah, I
Libby.
noticed. I don't know. That's the same for me. I don't know how to.
But I don't hear it.
I hear it. Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like giving off some static. Just a little bit though. I'm pretty sure that's what it does, Happy. It's a D8 and it subtracts the damage. Maybe, I think.
All right, I'm just gonna do that then.
You could look at Ruger's sheet if you're curious. You should have it all there. Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, you only take 11 points of damage now. But yeah, he charges you and hits you. So I'm gonna put a little marker there that you know that he uses reckless attack. And then it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Certainly. So because you have a halberd and you're within 5 feet of him, It's just a normal. It's just a normal attack.
Wait, would I normally have disadvantage?
I believe so for halberds. I think so, right? For let me check that.
I don't think.
Let me check that. For reach weapons. Reach. This weapon adds 5 feet to your reach when you attack an opponent, as well as when determining your attacks of opportunity with it. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have any negatives to it. Yep, you're good. You're fine.
All right.
You're good. But yeah, you hit him. You hit him back for 10 points of damage. But he is still alive. Is there anything else you would like to do?
What's going on here? This guy's on the ground, right? The guy that.
The one with the little foot, yeah.
No, I mean the one. It's like the little foot soldier that's above the person in the cage because the dog got knocked into him.
No,
So-
he's saved.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he rolled a
Yeah,
19.
that's all I'm gonna do then.
Yeah, you're good?
Yep.
Alright, Yvette. This is your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna slide because
Do it.
actually, I'm gonna give. I'll give Quinn some bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you could probably use it. There you go, Quinn. I'll give you a little marker so you remember that. It's a little red marker. That's a bonus action event, so you can attack as well. Mhm. I don't think that hits. No advantage anymore. So yeah, the guy like sees it coming now, and he just like hits your rapier out of the way. Is that everything?
Yep.
All right. So now it's the dog. So the dog is gonna spring into action. He's gonna start running around this way. He's gonna come for Miss Yvette over here.
Sweet.
So the doggy is going to come up. So against a creature, at least one guard unit is within 5 feet of the creature isn't incapacitated. All right, so this attack has advantage because his buddy is next to you as well.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to bite you.
Cute.
Does that hit?
No.
All right, yeah. So he like leaps up, and with your rapier being swatted away, it's in a perfect position to come back and like hit the dog's mouth as it's coming up, and you successfully block it. Now Laura is going to go for this guy, and then she like perks her ears up a little bit, and she looks to the to her right, and she sees a couple of guys coming down the street. It looks like
Oh,
reinforcements.
come on.
Yeah, it looks like
No.
reinforcements. So she's gonna turn this way, and she yells back at you, Yvette. I'll hold him off as she starts running down the street to keep him at bay.
No, bitch, get your ass over here.
Yeah, so she's gonna start running that way, and then it is this guy's turn. So this guy is also gonna come around this way, Osmond, and come behind you. So this has +2 as he comes around with a longsword. Has +2 to its attack. So he rolled a 16.
Doesn't
Does that
hit.
hit?
No.
All right, yeah. So a 16 does not hit you. Very nice. This guy is going to this guy's gonna come around here, come around the cart, and he's gonna come up to his commander and like come on top of the dog. And it looks like he's gonna attack Osmond, but then he looks at the horse that's running away, and he sees Quinn on top of it. So he's gonna try to hit you, Quinn. He's gonna try to whack you off of the horse. This has advantage because you are flanked. Not advantage, +2. 60, 17. Does a 17 hit?
But yes, it just hits.
Yes, it does. Let me re-roll the damage.
Oh, we have the same AC.
1d8 plus strength. Right? It's a 1d8. Yep. So take 10 points of damage,
Okay.
and then it's your turn, Quinn.
Um.
You're like on the side of this horse riding as you hear like you feel a huge slash at your back.
The horse is still traveling, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And can this guy keep up?
That guy? With the wheels broken, probably. Yep.
Hold on, let me just. Okay. I want to try and stop the horse, like to try and control it so I can turn it back around.
Okay. wait. So you're gonna try to get back on the horse.
Oh, I have to get on the horse first. Okay.
You're riding on the side of it, yeah.
Can I just punch the horse?
If you want to do that, let me look up mounting rules. I think mounting is half your movement speed. Once during your move, you can mount a creature that is within 5 feet of you or dismount. Doing so costs an amount of movement equal to half your speed. For example, so you can mount it for half your speed. I had you roll last time because you're like doing these crazy maneuvers and like trying to get on it would require a little bit more concentration. But like you're on the side of it now, so yeah, you can spend half of your movement to mount it. Sure, certainly. Or you can punch it. It's either, your decision.
Hold on. What's the status effect on this guy?
He's just knocked down.
Can I punch the horse and displace it such that it lands on him?
Do you have an ability that knocks people back?
Law of physics, but nah, not really.
Yeah. Then no.
I will try and mount the horse.
Okay, so you can spend half your movement speed and you can get on top of the horse. Sure.
Okay.
Is there
do I
one
need-
horse?
Yeah, we're just gonna use one horse. It's fucking too
Oh.
difficult to use two. Whatever.
Do I need to roll animal handling or anything?
No.
like, control the
Yes.
horse?
To control it, yeah. Or you could just ride it into the wind.
I want to control it.
Okay, give me an animal handle.
Okay, hold on. I'll see how it goes and I might use bardic inspiration on this one, so
No, yeah, you can do that with inspiration, with bardic inspiration. You can decide afterwards.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
How much do you get for bardic inspiration? A D8 or a D6?
D6.
Yeah. That's certainly not enough. If the horse wasn't in the middle of a chase right now, it probably would have been enough, but not now.
I still have half my movement, is that correct?
Yes, you do.
Where am I now? I mean, is like the horse moving as my action goes by?
So you're gonna move along with the cart now, if you stay on.
Yes, that is. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on it right now, so I have 25 left, I think.
Yep, if you have your movement speed.
Where'd the cage go?
Faster is in the window, is that correct?
Yeah.
Hello.
Can I jump through the window?
It is way too far up. If you can jump 10 feet, you would, but you can't jump 10 feet from a standing position. Or in your case,
I
a
am
sitting position.
Am I not standing? Oh, I'm sitting on the horse, yeah.
You can't do it from my
let
position. You can't do it.
Let me just look at stuff for a sec.
You can jump
hold
in
on.
the you can jump in the floor building, in the bottom floor building or window, but not where Foster is.
The window is too high, is that correct? Is 10 feet up?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a typical jump height?
Standing long jump. Let me see. Jump. Movement jumping. High jump. You can make a high jump. You leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So what's your strength?
My strength is +1.
So you can jump 4 feet up in the air. How tall are horses? Let me check.
Well, it depends on the horse.
Horses are.
Wait.
Horses
So if he could,
Oh, what was that?
nothing. Go on.
I don't know. I'm looking.
So if he can jump 4 feet and I'm 6 feet tall, if I hang on the windowsill by my toes, can I catch him?
If you were readying an action to catch him as he jumped, certainly, but you can't do it. Now.
Okay,
No, I wouldn't be
think-
doing that anyway.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see how tall the horse is first.
Yeah, it's horses. What the fuck? Why do they measure it by hands? What the fuck does that even mean?
What?
They measure it by hands. A horse is
28 hands tall.
I think it's 5 feet tall. I think horses are. It depends.
So that equal
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
I'll make it a
So
standard.
how
I'll make
tall
it
is-
5 feet tall.
5 feet, so I can jump 4 feet. That's
so you're
9 feet.
short.
I'm missing 1 feet.
So you're short 1 foot. Yep.
This is a
Okay. What if I spent a key point to double my jump?
Sure, you can do that. Wait, is that a thing monks can do? Or did you just make that up? Spend 1 point to disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn. Oh my god, yeah, you can do that.
What the fuck?
Back out, back
so,
out faster! I'm coming in.
So you're gonna jump.
You-
Now I'll tell you right now. So you can't really hold your action to move. So you would have to. Let me go back to jumping. God damn it. When you make a long jump, you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 foot, feet on foot immediately. What? Feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. So what's your strength score? What's the big number?
12.
12. So you can jump 6 feet.
And double. I mean, that's doubled, right? Because if I.
And that's doubled, yeah, so 12 feet. Yep, so you can get there. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Just so you know, if on my turn I have to spend an action to pull you up, I'm not doing it.
No, I mean he can more than make it, so he can make it through the window on a
well,
riding
here you go,
horse.
Roof, then.
Yeah. For give me an acrobatics check, certainly. See if you can aim it properly.
Aim it properly.
Because
so
you're-
if
yeah,
I
'cause the
don't, I'll
horse is-
smash into the side of the wall.
The horse is riding, yeah. You're also gonna get attacked when you jump up by one of these guys. Only this guy, because this guy's occupied with Osmond for an attack of opportunity. But yeah, you can certainly try to jump.
You know, it would really suck if I died as I jump. But
Yeah.
okay.
Nice. Yep, you certainly make it through. Now this guy is going to attack you as you leap off the horse, with a long sword. I believe that hits.
Ooh.
Are you serious?
Did it bring you down?
I had 10 hit points left.
Oh my god. He just hits the ground.
My dead body flies through the window, I guess.
Yeah. So you go to jump. You jump and you fly through the air, but he like catches your calf as you're jumping up. He catches your calf and you're knocked unconscious. Now
Wait.
Foster behind you, or no,
No.
we'll continue. So yeah, Quinn like bursts
No.
through the window, Foster,
Jesus.
unconscious, lying next to you right about here.
Excuse me. This might
Yeah.
be a bit of a stretch because it already happened, but can I make a reaction to spend one of my superiority die in this situation?
Is that something that you can spend it on? A reaction?
It's just like a reaction. Can I do that? Like, do one of my...
Unless it
no.
specifically says as a reaction you can do that, then no.
No, I don't think I can then.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
So I was gonna do that.
On your turn, you can use a bonus action and expend. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
That's to be a bonus.
That's on your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that dog is dead. This guy is going to chase Laura down the street. This guy is going to chase Laura as well.
Thank you. Bye, Laura.
This guy is going to stand up. And come this way towards Le Osmond. Actually, he's gonna start running into the house. He sees Foster up there. This guy's gonna run into the front door, and you feel him like trying to break the door down. Now he's just gonna break it down. I'm gonna assume you locked it, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely would have done that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So he's gonna try to break it down with his legs. He shouldn't have advantage, so he rolled a 13. So he's like breaking the door down, trying to get up there, Foster, towards you. And it's your turn, Foster. What are you gonna do?
I stick my head out and I go, "Hey, do you see me coming to your home trying to break the fucking door down?" And I attack this guy over here. This is with advantage.
Yes, because he reckless attacked. Yep.
Alright.
And you have +2 because you're above.
Oh.
Mhm.
All right, so it's this. This is my attack or damage for +2.
For your attack. Yeah, you don't
Okay,
need
well,
to do it.
yeah.
So yeah, that damage. 10 points of damage. You don't kill him, but you get him right in the side of the head with your laser beam.
And I sent him back 10 feet into the other guy to the left there.
Into this guy? Nice, yeah.
Yep.
So 10 feet. Let me give him a strength check for the guard. See if he gets knocked down as well. Or saving throw. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he comes with him flying this way, and also gets knocked prone.
And I shout to Osmond, "Got your back, stranger." And I go back in behind him.
Nice, certainly. Okay, so the cart is going to move. 15 feet, so that's right there. This guy is going to stand up. He's not going to reckless attack this turn because he learned his lesson. Onto Osmond. There it is. Shouldn't have advantage, so he misses. Sorry, I should take that off. Yep, no problem. So yeah, he rolled a 4. So yeah, he tries to hit you as he comes up, but he's like dazed from this laser beam that came from the roof, and misses you. And it is your turn, Osmond. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna smack him.
Do it.
Okay.
Shouldn't have advantage. Oh my god, that was an awful roll. 2 3s. So yeah, you guys are just going at each other. Is there anything else you would like to do? You can use that bonus action if you want now.
Bonus action.
Really?
I don't really need to. Actually, hang on. Let me hit a
Wait, if he uses rally on Quinn, can he bring Quinn back up?
I think it's bonus health, so no.
Oh. I don't know how temporary health works, so.
Yeah, temporary health is just like it's like armor in Hearthstone if you've ever played that.
I'm gonna save. I was gonna do something on this. All right. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Yvette, you have a doggy and a dude trying to kill you.
I'm gonna try and kill the bitch.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody's a bitch to Yvette. Jesus, calm down. Yeah, 14 hits. He has his shield down. He's trying to kill you with both arms. For 6 points of damage. You don't kill him, but he looks very injured at this point.
I actually meant the literal bitch.
Yeah. Oh, you meant the dog. Oh, then that's certainly worse. Okay. No, yeah, that doesn't kill him, but you stab the doggo, and he's very injured as he yelps.
Cool.
Killing dogs now, you heartless bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Is that any bonus action or anything?
No. Okay.
Don't you have healing word?
Uh,
You can use that to revive Quinn.
do I?
Does revival work that way?
Yeah. If you gain any,
Trying
if you
to
gain,
help the party? Do you know who you're talking to?
yeah, if you gain any amount of,
Right?
if you gain any amount of health, you stand up.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if I have it.
You didn't take that as a bard. Oh my god, she is a dominatrix. How do you heal your
Yeah.
customers afterwards? After the beating they get.
They don't. They come back for more. That's why.
Solid. All right. Do you want to inspire, or you're all set?
I'll inspire because I'm nice.
Okay, who you inspiring?
I'll inspire Osmond.
Hey.
Solid. Now, above you, Yvette, you hear somebody on the tiles.
Ooh.
Let me add something real quick. There you go. Setting. All right, so yeah, above you, you hear somebody on the tiles, and probably the only person that can see this is Osmond. But on the tiles above you is Mr. Soother over there, and he comes up and he takes out this big bow from his back, and he starts to shoot down at the guy that you're fighting, Osmond, on top of you, with a big longbow that he has.
Oh, nice guy.
Right?
Yeah,
He killed you.
Yeah, so he's gonna shoot. So he's gonna shoot down with +2. So 13 that misses. And then he's going to start humming again. And this is probably something that Ruger would understand, but he's dead. But something Ruger would have heard before. But yeah, he starts humming something. And Quinn, regain.
Oh my.
Yes. Regain 6 hit points.
Yeah,
So you wake up with 6.
did I make it?
No, maybe. So that was his turn. Laura is going to continue to fend these guys off and kite them this way with her help. That guard dog already went. This guy is going to try to attack you, Osmond, with his longsword from behind. And he crits you for 7. Okay, I'll keep going with me. I'll crit your ass, bitch. This guard is going to stand up and come at you as well. Come at thee with a long sword
Jesus.
and miss you.
Yes.
And then Quinn, it is your turn. You burst through a window dead and woke up alive. And woke up in the room with Foster.
Can I like say something, like just one word to him?
Sure.
I just say door.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yes,
Say.
door. Can I just ask a quick question? Has the lady in the cage been? Has our three-eyed lady in the cage been just sitting there the entire time?
She's been standing up looking at the entire thing. She can't do anything though.
Oh,
She doesn't have
So she
any-
can't break out by herself.
She doesn't have any of
okay.
her stuff. Yeah, it's a metal cage. She's not gonna break out by herself. She's not like a fucking
Metal-
god or something.
Metal cage. Hmm.
Or maybe is she a god?
what is
Bum,
what is a cage but a wall with holes in it?
You know what? I mean, like, what would it take to break a metal cage?
Quinn, how about you focus on
one-
killing people instead of messing with the horse in a cart?
Well,
you attack
Still,
people.
maybe if you freak Shalikesh, then maybe she can help. You know,
Well,
there-
what
there
are you gonna
dead
give her to
bodies
fight
weapons.
with? You don't even know.
Oh, there are dead guys with weapons around.
I mean,
I-
consider I'm a monk. I was,
no,
monks.
yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I would kill people before you start dying, but it's up to you. Do what you want.
You think I can throw my short sword to her?
You would have to make a very difficult roll to get it into one of the slots of the cage.
Yeah, I'll do it when I get closer. Okay. I head downstairs
Okay, so
and
Wait.
I'll tell
Do-
you
do
right
you only
now,
have a-
if you give her a short sword, she's just in a cage with a sword. Like,
short sword. Okay.
what is she gonna do with
All
it?
right. I don't know.
And
try
the
and-
horse is gonna continue running down the
Man,
street with her inside.
If only we had someone who had a special magical ability that could destroy metal things, like walls. Like that one time that I used Eldritch Blast to break that wall down.
Maybe. But then you're gonna have to waste a turn breaking a cage
Yeah, I'm getting
we
another
don't
person
have
in the
for
fight.
someone that doesn't have armor.
Well, I mean,
I'm just gonna say this right here. I've been
Quinn
running
doesn't have
around without armor for the entire time.
Yeah, but you're a monk. You use your dex. You don't know what she is. You don't know if she has good AC or dex or not.
still, if we at least get her out of the cage, then we don't have to worry about stopping
The horse
I
is
mean,
gonna
if she-
continue to go as well.
You know, if
and
she
she's out
dies,
of
we
the
have our.
cage.
If she dies, we have our tabaxi. You can just bring her back.
What if I let her die for real though? She's not a PC character.
What if I let you die for real, Nick? No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me? I got a motherfucker breaking down your door right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll head downstairs and what I see.
Okay,
what I
so,
hear.
so let me draw this. So you guys are up in a little room up here,
Yeah,
do-
yeah. I was about
doing
to
your
ask that question.
thing. The stairs are like over here to go down. This little room up here. So yeah, you need to go down the steps, all
Oh,
the way
nice.
down, and then
Right there.
to get to the front door.
Those are the steps?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So you can just like run it and go like that.
15, 15, 30, 40.
And he hasn't broken down the door yet, so you can wait in a ready
20.
position for when he breaks down the door to attack him, or you can just go for it, I guess.
Or I could kick the door down and then so he's prone.
But kicking the door down is going to use your action.
And leave us defenseless, so.
Yep.
On the other hand, I can also just like lean out and shoot him. At least get away from the door.
It's up to you.
Okay, let me just move my thing downstairs.
Okay.
I'm downstairs, by the way. Okay.
So you're at the door in front of him that he's trying to kick down, and then what's your action?
I'm hearing him hammering at it. Okay.
You can take
did he-
dodge action. You only have 6 health, by the way.
Did he do any damage to the door?
Yes, he rolled a 6 or a 14 or something, so he's getting it down, but it's not quite broken yet.
Okay, so could Quinn like attack through like a hole in the door or something?
Nah, he didn't. He's like kicking it. He didn't.
Oh,
no.
Open
Oh.
the door,
He's
attack him, and then close the door.
No. So you would have to unlock it, and then he would force his way through.
Just spend a key point.
I spend a key point to make my fist incorporeal,
Yeah,
go
like
through the wall.
to people like me and Happy who have no idea how monks even work.
Yeah.
Like, key points just seem like these magical things you can spend to do anything
I
you
mean, that's
want.
pretty much what it is. It is magic.
It's amazing.
It's like fucking. It's like chakra for ninjas.
Okay, if I wanna ready my action so that stuff happens once he comes in, how many actions can I queue?
Your entire attack action. So whatever you can do for a normal attack, like if you can attack twice, then you can.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
except spend key points on stuff.
Oh, I can't spend key
Yeah,
points
it can only
already.
be normal
Alright.
attacks. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just check the initiative thing. So he's 7.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Okay.
next.
Since faster is right up. Okay, I'll just stand by the door and ready my action so that once he gets in the door, I'll make 2 attacks. Actually, no. Can I ready my action such that I spend a key point as part of my
No.
sequence?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
conditional thing, so you can't really spend key points or anything.
Oh, I meant as in spend a key point to make an extra attack as part of my full sequence.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Alright then.
Yeah, let's continue. I'll check.
Yeah,
that out.
okay, in that case I'll just stick with the standard. I'll just attack my action and my bonus action, and I'll leave it as that.
Alright. Ready. 1 sec. Sometimes blah blah blah. When the trigger occurs, you can either take your reaction right after the trigger or ignore the trigger. Remember, you can only take one reaction per round. When you ready a spell, okay. To do so, you can take the ready action on your turn, which lets you act using your reaction before the start of your turn. First, you decide what then you choose the action to respond. If you choose up to your speed, it responds to excluding if the cultist steps on the trapdoor. I'll pull the lever that opens it. If the yeah, it doesn't say anything special about that, so we're just gonna go with like normal attacks and stuff like that. You can't.
Alright,
add,
sure.
Yeah, stuff. Okay, yeah. So that's your condition. These guys are gonna run after Laura, come up to her and try to attack her. But she fends them off pretty handily, I'm assuming, right? One of them tags her. The other one does some damage as well. She's
Oh
getting
man,
she's getting fucked up. And then some other guys come down the.
she's got a lot of health though.
Yeah, she's good. That guard dog is dead. This guy is gonna continue to try to break down the door. So let me roll another athletics check. Actually, no, it wouldn't be athletics. It would just be a strength check. He fails miserably.
It's gonna
He
take a long
somehow-
time.
Yeah.
He somehow managed to fix the door.
Foster, it's your turn.
Yeah, I lean out, and I'm just gonna.
Blast him through the door so I can use my secret.
I don't think I
At
can
that
go on.
angle, no, he can't.
But it was like extend my arm out to like this far and like point my fingers. No.
You like hook your finger.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'll stack that guy there. I don't
Alright.
really
Yeah, Osmond needs some help. You should probably help him.
Yeah, and this is +2, right?
Yeah. +2, and yeah, you don't even need it.
Alright. I don't even need it.
Solid.
And I send him back 10 feet.
You shouldn't have advantage, but whatever. Doesn't matter. You still
But
have
I have advantage on it?
Yeah, you put
Oh.
advantage on it. But it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I forgot to take it off, I'm sorry.
9, 12 points of damage. You hit him. He looks pretty hurt now, but he's still alive.
Alright, I back 10 feet.
All right. This guy, Osmond, he's going to try to attack you.
Nick.
What's up?
Put the guy back 10 feet.
Oh, right. This way. He's just gonna run up again
That
though.
did so much.
Oh, it's his turn. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
it's his turn. He's just gonna run back up. He's gonna attack you with a great axe. No reckless attack, so it's just a normal attack. And he hits you
Every time.
for 13 points of damage.
I think I'm. Yep, I'm dead.
Yep, you are dying as you've been surrounded. Okay, so that's his turn. He's gonna use the rest of his movement to go this way. I think he moved 10 feet, right? So yeah, he's gonna try to go up the steps and help out his buddy now.
Oh, God.
The cart is gonna move another 15 feet. Osmond, give me a death save.
Actually, can I use Bardic Inspiration on this?
Don't think so. Can you, Karina?
Later.
Let me see.
Yeah, you don't need it anyway. You got an 18.
Yeah.
That'd be a good thing to keep in the back of our head. So yeah, that's one successful thingy. Yvette, it is your turn.
I'm gonna attack the bitch again.
Is that the dog or the man?
The dog.
Okay.
It's just fun saying bitch
Yeah, I
or
know.
dog.
I get you. Nice, you kill it. You got it.
Sweet. So one bitch down.
Yeah, you stabbed the bitch. Any movement? You good?
I'm gonna move.
Remember attacks of opportunity.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Move over here.
Alright, so he's gonna try to hit you as you run away. With a
Sounds
long
good.
sword. 13? Does that miss? Yes, it misses you.
Yep.
Nice. So you're just gonna move next to that guy?
Yep.
So you realize Osmond's down now, right? So.
Yep.
Okay. So this guy, so Mountain Soother is going to come right up to the edge. He's gonna take another shot at this guy going to the door. If I can get his character sheet out. Mountain Soother, where are you? There you are. So he's gonna shoot him. Misses. I forgot he gets 2 attacks, so he's gonna crit him. Deal 10 points of damage. Then he's going to cast. He's gonna cast heal onto Osmond. So Osmond regains 70 hit points.
70?
Yes.
7?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I'm back up.
Yes.
Or-
You are back up. You're prone for now until your turn, but you are alive.
70.
Mhm.
So does that give me temporary hit points too?
No. It only brings you to your max. It doesn't give you temporary. But yeah, so you see him up at the top. He starts to like bow down a little bit, and his humming gets louder and louder. And you see this like this huge stream. Probably Yvette is the only one that sees this. You see this like huge stream of just like light going over to them, and it's like flowing around into the air, and it like punctures into his chest, and Osmond like his chest like pulsates a little bit first, and then yeah, you hear him like be breathed back to life. But yeah, you're prone still, so keep that in mind.
This guy is good.
Yes, he's pretty useful. Laura is going to try to kill these guys now as she's getting surrounded from the other ones. So here's your short sword. Kills one. Kills the other one.
Yo, they have low AC, dude.
She rolled a 19. Oh, the first one didn't hit. Yeah, so she only kills one. There's that guy. So this guy, noticing that you've just been resurrected, is going to attack you while you're down, Osmond. So this has advantage. So he deals 4 points of damage to you as you've been brought back to life. And this one's going to turn around and try to attack you with that.
Cool.
As a normal attack. It deals 7 points of damage to you.
Cool.
Quentin, your turn.
Cool.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, the door's not breaking.
I'm gonna ask Foster. Oh, you think I should just break out? This is taking a really long time.
Sit down and read a book or something. I don't know.
Are there any windows down there?
Certainly, yeah.
Am I
say-
allowed to
I stage whisper down to him.
Sneak behind him.
You know, like come out maybe like down here, and like go back around. Well, then there's 2 guys out there, but I can still get them. So
They'll also hear a window breaking. And
Maybe
notice
you
it
can
immediately.
open the window instead.
or is that an action? Is it an action
Yeah,
open
I
window?
mean, opening it, yeah, like unlatching it and stuff like that, sure, that'll be an action. Because it'll take a little bit. Plus, you have to understand how to open up a window. Trust me, I've had my fair share of troubles with windows.
I'm sure you have. No, in that case, I just whisper.
Just wait. It'll be worth it. I swear.
I just have like my own personal guard dog down there.
Yeah, so Quinn, what are you gonna do?
I still have my Reddit sequence, right? I still keep that.
Your what? No, you have to redo
My
it.
reactions.
No, as soon as
Oh,
as soon as it gets to your turn, you lose it. Or you can, but you can
Alright.
just tell me that you want to put it up again.
Yeah. It takes my action to ready an action. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Does my bonus action get consumed?
Yes.
Okay, I'll ready the same sequence.
Okay. This guy over here is going to try to kill Laura. But failed to do so, I believe, yep. He's going to try to break the door down. Here's a strength check. Nope.
Jesus.
Still can't do it. Foster. Your turn.
Alright.
This guy's just having the hardest day of his life.
Everyone seems like they're doing good right now. Especially thanks to what's his name? Moon Soother? Is that his name?
Mountain Soother.
Mountain Soother. That's right. Yeah. So I'm gonna attack the horse just because.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
Are
So
you
I
sure
feel like
about
it's,
that? Okay. I mean, yeah, you can
Well-
stop the cart. I don't know why you would want to, though.
because if we don't stop the cart, then it's just gonna keep running.
That's true. That's
dragging-
true. That's true.
What's its movement right now?
15. It's only going 15 per turn.
So
Remember, it
that's
started like here.
so it's like
and
2
it only
rounds
got
right
that
there.
far in like 3 rounds.
Yeah. All right.
This guy
It's not really
busting
worth
down
it.
your door and about to destroy both of you.
Well, I mean, we got Quinn with his magical key points, so I'm just gonna attack the guy
He
right,
has
right in front
6
of me. Fine.
HP.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Did anyone attack this guy? Is he hurt at all?
He's a little bit dented.
And this guy?
He's pretty hurt.
Yeah, I'll attack the guy at the door.
Okay.
Attack the one that's like not as badly injured.
Mm-hmm.
This is +2.
12 does not hit him.
Darn. All right.
In that case, I don't have any bonus actions or anything. I'm useless.
Okay.
Back in the cover.
All right. So this guy is going to help out his buddy right at the door right here, and he's going to try to help him out.
Oh wow.
He's just as fucking bad.
So don't you think they would have given up by now?
They build
Yeah,
them sturdy out here in Settle.
Maybe. No, they're persistent motherfuckers. It's gonna go 15 feet. Osmond, it's your turn. You've waken up from your coma.
Yeah, now at this point, Osmond is very angry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack the guy that's above me.
Mhm.
Nice.
Solid 1 damage. You don't add any strength to that?
I thought I did.
It didn't add your strength. What's your strength?
It's plus. It should be +3 with me.
Okay, so 4 points
4.
of damage. Yeah. You don't kill him, but you hit him. As you're just getting up and alive, it probably your swings are a little weak right now.
And
Woozy.
also, I'm not sure. Can I use a? Because I know I can't attack if I use this. I think, but can I use a action surge to do this?
When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. Yeah, you can do that.
Can I
Or
use-
if you action surge, yeah, you can certainly do that.
I'm gonna have Vet attack the guy that I didn't attack.
All right. So if you get +2 to this because you're flanking him,
And
you
also,
you can attack him for free.
Who, what, when, where, why? I didn't hear what you said.
So he used the commander strike, so he made it so you can attack on your turn, or you can
Okay.
attack. You can attack right now with +2
Cute.
because you're flanking the guy.
Oh.
And she
Okay.
kind of. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, so she can attack on her turn again, or are you saying that now that it's her turn
That
she can attack?
that creature can immediately use its reaction to make one weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage.
Oh, cool. So you get 2 attacks.
Yeah,
Nice.
so go ahead and roll your superiority die, Osmond. Nice.
Okay.
So if she hits, she adds 9 damage to it.
Please hit.
Oh.
Yeah, +2. With +2 that hits. Nice.
Nice.
So 15 points of damage. So yeah, you get a really good you get a really good stab in this guy. He's not dead, but he's dying almost. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Husband? Is that everything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's Yvette. It's your turn again.
Oh yeah, you just kill him.
You say that, but then I'm not doing this.
Jinx.
I'm gonna attack him.
Do it up. +2, that doesn't do it. Not
Hmm.
quite. This guy has his shield ready and waiting, and now he knows that the attack is coming, but he blocks it this time.
Darn.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Alright. Now it's this guy's turn. Mountain Soother. So Mountain Soother is going to jump down. I forgot what happened to that guy. Oh, he hasn't gone yet. This guy's gonna jump down onto this guy that you were fighting before, and he's gonna take out a yeah. Actually, no, he's not gonna do that. He's going to jump down into the street over here. And through a window, Quinn, he's gonna look at you and he's gonna give you a little bit more healing.
He's gonna what?
He's gonna heal you a little bit more.
Nice.
Ah,
He's gonna shoot you in the face with his bow. Just a little bit more. Regain another 6. That's a bonus action, so he's gonna take out his longbow and he's gonna shoot this guy over here on the left as well.
Okay.
The one on the left that Laura or Yvette was fighting before. He misses him.
Yep.
And then he hits him one more time. Deals 9 points of damage. Laura's continued the fight over here. She's gonna take this fight into the street where a bunch of other guards have come with her. But yeah, she's gonna continue over there off the battlefield. This guy right next to you, Osmond, is gonna attack you. The longsword deals 5 points of damage.
Why is like
Why
every
is
attack
on
everything
hit?
over 20? I
Because
don't
I'm a
understand.
fucking god. And then the one
Are these
next to
all
you that's
crits?
attacking Yvette, he's gonna go for you, Yvette.
Go.
You're lucky. Quinn, it's your turn.
It's a really long day.
Yes, certainly. It's just beginning. You got 2 big motherfuckers knocking on your door.
Can I just clarify? How do they look like? Are they injured or anything?
There's a door in front of you. Looks like the door is not doing too well. The one on the one on the right is the most injured out of the both.
So this one.
Yes, that's the right one.
Hmm. Okay then. I'll just ready my action, but instead of targeting the first one, I'll target the one on the right, the one that's more injured.
All right, do that. Well, there's a door in your way. You have to open the door if you want to attack.
Yeah, no, I'll just ready my action so that when they open the door, I don't hit the one here. I hit the one on the right.
All right, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's gonna continue over there. So now they're gonna continue their illustrious journey to break this door down. 10. That's what I was looking for. Fucking finally, Jesus Christ.
This door is the final boss.
Yeah, this door is taking a beating. The first guy right here is going to break it down, and he's going to immediately see you. But actually, that was his turn. His action was to break the door down. So yeah, he breaks it down and looks up at you, and he's ready to attack you. Foster, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I reaction now?
You can react to punch this guy, certainly. Yeah, the door's down.
Okay, so I'll just do both my attacks.
They both miss.
Oh wow.
Those are some,
Alright, well,
Nice.
those are
then
some
that
bad
case,
rolls. A 1
attack
and 2.
him
Yeah.
right in front of Quinn there.
Mhm.
+2 to this.
Hey, make it up for Quinn. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, and I sent him back 10 feet into the other guy.
Yeah, certainly. So let me give him a strength check. See if he can do it. He's good.
Ooh.
But yeah, he gets knocked 10 feet away. It takes how much? Jesus
11,
Christ. 14 points of damage, yeah.
yeah.
He is still alive, but hurt.
Whew. These guys are tanky.
Yeah. Is that everything?
That's everything.
Alright. So the guy that you tried to attack, Quinn, is going to come in and try to hit you. Here's a great axe. That misses. Yeah, close. And the horse is going to continue the ride into the sunset. Osmond,
Oh,
it's your
no.
turn.
Oh no, but I'm dumb for wanting to kill the horse.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying it's going pretty slow. You got like 1 or 2 more turns.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do that on Quinn.
Okay, so Quinn, you gain 7 temporary hit points. Where it says 10 hit points, go ahead and put 7 in there, Quinn. So whenever you take damage, take the hit points out of that first before you take it out of your actual hit points. Okay.
Oh,
All right, and then it is still your turn.
I'm just gonna attack the guy. It's above me again.
Hey, there it is. Bad damage, but you still got it. You still got it. The one above you, or the one to the left of you?
The one above me.
Okay, it doesn't kill him, but you hit him very well. You didn't add your strength again, so it's another 3. You should probably add your strength to that. But
Because
yeah.
I thought I did, but
I don't know. It's probably not saving. I'll take a look at it afterwards. Is that everything?
Yep.
All right, Yvette.
I'm going to attack.
Mhm.
I just want to
+2. Nice. 5 is just enough to kill him. You got him, finally.
Nice.
Your eternal struggle with this guy.
bitch.
Yeah, just a final bitch as you stab it into his face. Any movement?
I'm gonna move a little bit closer.
All right. Mountain Soother is going to charge this guy over here. Actually, he's gonna start coming this way. He's gonna stay back. He's not too strong. He's gonna sit back and he's gonna start shooting the two guys at the doorway over here. So here's one long bow. The guy in the back that hits for 4. Then another 5, but they're still alive. That's 9.
Who do you attack? There?
This guy over here.
Oh, ooh.
Laura's continuing
Yeah.
your fight. Osmond is going to get attacked with a longsword and get demolished.
I
Oh
don't
my God.
understand how everything is so good.
Quinn, it's your turn.
Let me just. I'll hit the one right in front of me.
Yes.
He is not dead.
With 9, no. He's not looking
Okay.
too good though.
Okay.
11 misses. Any key pointage?
I'll spend 1 to dodge for the next.
Okay, so everything has disadvantage. I'll put a little marker down for
Yes.
you. Okay, the guys over there is gonna fight. This guy that triumphantly broke down the door and got blasted in the face is gonna come up and try to hit you, Quinn. He's gonna stand right next to you. He's going to reckless attack, so this has advantage.
But
But disadvantage cancels it out, right?
Yes,
So
so
it's
it's
just
just a normal roll. Yep. He hits you
Oh,
for
gee,
6.
okay.
Jesus.
So make sure you take that off
Okay.
of your temporary hit points first. So that means you only have
Mhm.
1 left. And then Foster, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see here. So, ooh, that's cutting it close.
No, it's okay. I think I can chase it down.
Yeah. Tell me right now, if we just let this go and it goes off the map, can we still retrieve it?
It depends on how many turns you take. I'll
I
say
mean, I
once it
run
gets off
faster
the
than a
map,
horse.
once it gets off the map and at least 2 turns pass, it's gonna take a different direction. It's gonna disappear.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll just utilize this turn to attack this guy who's gonna have an advantage on that attack.
Mhm.
There's also +2, so there we go.
Yeah, the hits for 14, but he's not dead yet.
How? Oh my God, these guys have a lot of health.
I mean, yeah, they're both pretty low, but they're not dead. You gotta knock him back.
Well, he's in the door frame now, isn't he?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Well,
You'd only get knocked back 5 feet.
okay, yeah, just do that then.
All right.
It doesn't make much of a difference, but
Yeah, it's this guy's turn next anyway. So Quinn's still dodging. The guy's gonna reckless attack. And he
Jeez.
hits you anyway. He hits you through it.
Mm.
So subtract 1 from that for your temporary hit points, so you take 7 points of damage to your health. There you go. The cart is going to wander. And then Osmond is his turn.
And I'm gonna second wind for 5 health.
Solid.
Attack the guy in front of me.
Nice. 6 points of damage. That's just enough to get him. How do you kill your mortal enemy that brought you down? The guy that's been hitting constant 20s on you.
the final boss.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold my halberd above my head, the head of the halberd facing away from him. I'm just gonna poke him once.
All right.
Would-
That is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna. Move over here.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna attack in
Do it up.
front of it.
Steppy stab. 14 is just enough to hit him. Deals 5 points of damage. He's not dead, but he's wobbling. What's up?
This guy not in a turn order?
He is.
Also,
He should
did
be.
I
Because I hover over like the 8 that's next to like the same icon as him and it's not glowing up. I still know if that's him or not.
Oh.
It's
I
Did,
guess
did
he's
I
not.
still have bonus?
Whatever. He's dead. He died. I don't care.
Did I still have movement, by the way?
Yeah, you did.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Is that everything, Yvette?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mountain Soother is going to run this way to help Laura in her fight over here, fending off the others. Then Quinn, it is your turn. These last two guys standing are huffing and puffing and yelling, but dying slowly. What do you do?
That does not hit.
That misses. that one hits. That one kills him.
Oh my god.
It kills one
Okay.
of them. Mhm.
And then, if I were to run out,
This guy would attack you if you do. He's still alive.
what if I run behind?
You're still within his move. Or you're still within his attack range, so he's still gonna attack you.
Hmm.
You're still within.
I'll stay right here.
All right. That guy over there. This guy's going to last ditch effort to try to finish you off, Quinn.
Brave man.
Because you held the door for so long. He's got a reckless attack.
Oh, come on.
Watch for you.
Oh! Hey,
Oh my God!
It's a
Nope,
shitty roll. That was good damage, though. You're fucking lucky.
Yeah.
Foster.
Alright. I'm attacking the horse. 'cause it's
Okay.
getting-
Yes, finally. A horse attack.
This is +2.
No, kill the guy.
No, he's
maybe.
downstairs.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe.
oh. No, he's not.
So let me see how much health draft horses have.
They have 13.
They have 19, actually.
Well, it's like it'll probably
Okay,
slow down, right?
Yeah. So
You said that.
Gotta
You said
put
that
old Nessie down.
two rounds of the map is what's needed for it to
Like maybe,
for us to lose it. Is that correct?
yeah, you can also push it back, Foster. So yeah, so you shoot the horse, and it gets pushed over to the side, and like one of the broken pieces of the wheel, like tip it to one side, and the horse loses its balance, and it starts to go upright and onto its side, and it falls over and slides.
Nice.
With Shalakes like screaming inside as she's falling over.
Yeah.
slides off the map.
Yeah. So yeah, the horse is gonna stop. And Osmond, it is your turn with the last guy alive. Do your
Please,
thing.
Just kill him.
Just do it. just do it. You get it.
Oh,
Plus your strength, that's enough to kill
it's
him.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, go.
Yeah, plus your strength is enough to kill him. So how do you kill the last guy?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna grab him by the collar and headbutt him.
Oh man.
Solid damage. And everything's quiet. And so, Yvette, after you're done, you're probably the only one to see this as you're out in the street. When you're done, as Osmond stabs this guy and decapitates him or whatever he does, you turn around and you look down the street, and you see you see Laura like taking her short sword out of some guy's throat that's on the ground. She's wiping the blood off. She proceeds to like jog over towards you guys with Mountain Soother in tow. And as soon as she gets to the intersection here, she takes a right and she like gives you a head nod of it. And maybe this is like a plan that you guys discussed afterwards, but it was the like signatory head nod to get the package and get out and get back to safety, pretty much. So yeah, she starts heading down this street here with Mountain Soother and disappears.
Okay.
We have a turn order, by the way.
Yeah, because I need to run after the horse.
Yeah. No, she doesn't. No, there's no more turn order. The cart has been knocked over.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
It's right there, right?
Yeah. Certainly.
All right. If I can, I would like to move up to the cage.
Yeah, so inside, Shalakess is on her side, still trying to recover herself, and she looks up, and she sees all of you, and she like gets on her butt and like puts her knees up and like lowers her head into them,
Um,
and she's like, "Just get me out of here."
I put my finger gun, one of my finger guns, up to the lock,
Mhm.
and I gesture her to like move to the side.
Yeah, she just kind of shuffles over. She
Yep.
kind of turns
And
around.
Eldritch Blast. Do I have to look for
No,
that?
you don't have to roll for it. You can
Yeah.
just finger gun it off. Yeah, so you
Heal.
blast it off, and she like stands up, and she's looking down this entire time. Like she looks super embarrassed by this whole thing, getting saved by all of you. And she and she comes in front of you, and she's like, please let's just go.
You look super embarrassed right now. No, I don't point that out.
Yeah.
I lead us. I lead us. No, I lead us off.
Nice, yeah. So you guys run off. Now, what hiding place is Yvette gonna take all of you to? Yvette, what kind of hiding place do you think you have in mind? It could be whatever you
Oh
want,
god. Oh god, no.
within reason.
God, please.
Within
I'm just a
reason.
boy.
I don't know, some sort of penthouse, I guess. Not like a fancy.
Yeah. Like your own little nice, like your own little fancy place.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Try
So
that
Just real quick before we actually leave, did any of these guys actually have anything like valuable looking on them?
yeah, you can search. Yeah, you've got some time. It's not like you're being pursued by anybody because you're
Mhm.
your own little territory. There are people that are coming from the other battle as well, coming over here to try to dispose of the bodies.
Mhm.
So what you find on them is all their weapons, which are great axes. There's 2 great axes and all the long swords and the shields. One of them has a breastplate. It's medium armor. That's 14 AC. Actually, no, breastplate is 13 AC. But it's medium armor.
No,
Most of them,
breastplate is 14.
yeah. Oh, is it? Okay. So yeah, most of them have chain shirts as well. If you want any types of armor, but in
I
terms
can't.
in terms of money, let me start generating that for you.
Yeah.
So start writing this down. How many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of them. One of them had 22 copper. Other one had 16 silver, and 1 bottle of wine. That's worth 2 gold pieces. One of them had 45 silver. The other one had 13 silver. This one had 13 gold, and the last one had 11 electrum and 5 gallons of ale. I don't know how he carried that. on himself.
11 what?
11 electrum.
What is that?
Just make it 22 gold. Whatever. Let's not deal with electrum. But 5 gallons of ale. Maybe this ale was like on the cart as well. It was just kind of traveling alongside it, and maybe some of it's destroyed. So make it 3 gallons. Actually, no. Let's make it 10, and it got reduced down to 5 because it all poured over and got destroyed. Some of them.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what you got from them.
All right. Well, want to just do the math now, guys? Split it between 4 people.
Nice.
All right. So I'll just take all that, right, guys?
What about the gold? There's a little bit more gold in there.
Oh yeah, it's all
there you
mine.
go.
All right,
27.
all mine.
You divide
It was
amongst
my idea to
yourself.
search, so you snooze, you lose, guys. None of you searched, so all mine.
All right, so we head over to Yvette's little penthouse. When inside, Shalakess kind of nudges you a little bit, Yvette, for like decent clothing. she looks down at her rags that she was given as like a prison uniform. She like kind of nudges you, and you could tell she's like trying to avoid any sort of conversation, but she just kind of looks down at you, and then at you.
Alright. I'm gonna give her this outfit. Hold up.
What is it? Oh, fucking latex suit.
Gross.
I'll give her this.
Oh lord, you actually searched something.
Oh God.
Hey, all right, yeah, that looks nice. So she she looks
Ooh.
she looks at it, and it's not what you saw her wearing before was definitely some sort of different kind of clothing. Uh, if you want to try to know what it was from the clothing that she was wearing before when you guys met her in Fort Marth, you can give me a history check or a religion check. But this is definitely the complete opposite of the clothes that she was wearing before. And she takes it at first, and she does the whole changing room thing. When she comes out with it, and she's like looking down this entire time. She doesn't look any of you in the eye. And she like sits down, and maybe she took like one of your or one of the bed sheets or something, but she's like wrapped it around her top, trying to cover up that section of her body.
I say, that's not what she gave you to wear.
She's like, I do not approve this deplorable clothing. It's revealing. It is not becoming of one of my rank.
Sometimes you need to let the girls go free. Fine.
I say, well, if you want to have a cat fight, she's right there.
Maybe for you, but I remember I have a duty to Marmarth, and flaunting myself around like this is unforgivable.
But flaunting yourself will get you attention. Good attention.
I do not want attention. The only attention I want is... And she, like, stops herself, and she, like, looks down. She's just like... Thanks anyway. She, like, turns around and goes back into the room that she was changing in.
I say, we'll get you some better clothes later, all right? Before she, before she can close the door.
Yeah, and then she closes the door, and you hear, I'll pick my own.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, so she's inside. So eventually, you guys stay and lick your wounds.
And Laura and Mountain, so they're gone, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they didn't follow us.
So yeah, you stay in Yvette's little penthouse for probably a day or two to let the heat go down off of you. Shellicus leaves periodically. Actually, no, that would be too dangerous. She doesn't leave because her face is kind of well known. And actually, your guys' face are starting to... Maybe, like, one of you is out, and, Do you guys have any questions for Osmond, first off? Like, Osmond? Like, he
Oh,
just
yeah,
kinda
Osmond.
joined
Yeah,
the
well,
party.
yeah, definitely.
We kinda-
I was about to
we
get to
kinda
that.
skipped over that.
Yeah, I questioned him. I asked him who he is and why he helped us.
Yeah,
Helped us.
certainly.
I'm just a friend of Fomorith.
I say, right, but what's your name?
Osmond,
Osmond. Osmond 1.
the Knight.
That's not his real name. Who sent you?
Fomorith.
That's not a name of someone. That's the name of a kingdom. A very well-known name. Who sent you?
A friend of Fomorith.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Listen, the only reason I haven't killed you now is because you helped us. You're really good at soaking up damage, you know that? Took quite a beating. But I'm really going to need to know who sent you.
I don't know who sent me.
Okay, so who sent you was, are you gonna want to tell them this?
Well, it depends who it is.
Okay, it depend on if they know him. Who sent you was Warren Gord. It's the king's brother, younger brother.
Oh yeah.
Do I know that the king is brother?
Yes.
Rebel something for that?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, cool.
He's
Alright,
kind of he's not a well-known figure. The king has doesn't have any other siblings other than him, but he's not really like a part of the all the politics and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And he hasn't been seen in quite a while.
alright.
Back and forth.
And Osmond tells us this.
Yeah, if he
Yeah,
wants
I
to.
guess
I say, well, did what's his name? Ren Gord?
Warren.
Warren. Oh, I was even close.
Yeah,
Warren.
I said it
Say-
kind of weird.
No, you just cut out when you said it.
Ah, okay.
And did he send you to us specifically, or just to help with the effort here in Settle?
just the effort.
You an insurgent or invader?
Insurgent.
All right. And Osmond isn't wearing like a coat of arms or anything, right?
No.
All right. I say, kind of strange for a knight not to wear a coat of arms.
I think I've had enough questions.
Is that right? Well, maybe you'll answer them later. And then I leave, and is Shalkas here?
She tries to stay in the room
Mhm.
most of her time.
I knock on the door or the door frame or whatever. And I say, have you seen Willix around? We didn't see him on the beachhead.
Yeah, and when you mention that, she like kind of perks up a little bit. And she's like, and you see like a sparkle in her eye, and then she like looks down again. She's just like, no, I did not see him. We were separated after that monster attacked us. But I'm looking. About that though, I need equipment. I need magical items so I can start putting all this together. We can get in contact with the forces that invaded at the beach. Do you think you can? And she's like, I can't go out myself. And she like has this like doodle that she was writing on probably, and like a little piece of paper on the bed that she's sitting on. And she like puts the paper up to you. She's like, do you think you can buy all this for me? And she hands you the paper. And what's listed on there is 5 items, and the prices next to them are in the thousands of gold.
Jesus. I say, buy them.
Yes, I cannot buy them myself because, well,
I'm
my
hoping
face is all
you
over
have-
the city now.
I'm hoping you have the coin to buy them, because I certainly don't.
And she like looks down. She's like, fuck, I forgot about that part. Do the insurgents, that lady that was with you, she looked like the leader. I saw her up in the building, kind of sloppy handiwork in my opinion. Was the leader that was with you, does she have any money in the little band that they have going on here?
I can repeat that. You cut out like in the middle.
God damn it. Does the leader that's with you, does she have any money with the little band that you're working with here in the city?
You cut out again, dude.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
fucking god. Does the band that you're working with here have any money?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Would I be able to like gauge how wealthy the insurgents are?
Definitely not. You can tell that they're not spending a lot because a lot of their places are not very like furnished or well armed or anything,
all right. Well, I say,
and they've
well,
been running
from
on hard times from what they've been telling me.
well, from what I've seen and heard, they're kind of running on hard times, and I haven't really seen any luxury resorts that they own. But I can't say for certain.
she's like rubbing her temple when you say this. She's just like, well, I guess we're stuck here without any support. No way to communicate. My face is plastered anywhere. I can't even leave this goddamn room. She stops suddenly. She's
I
like,
cast minor illusion on her face.
what do you make it look like?
Um. Let's see. I assume that back in Fomarif, I would have seen a couple of worshippers of tomorrow. I just make her look like a random one.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so she notices you doing that, and when you cast your magic, Quinn, you see the eye on her forehead open. It just like splits
Ugh.
open suddenly, and when that happens, she like looks directly at you, and nobody else sees this, Quinn, but she looks directly at you, and it's almost like the eye of Sauron that you're looking at
Jesus.
when you're looking at her forehead, and she's like, "Stop it!" in a demonic voice.
Does it sound like a demonic voice to us?
No, only to Quinn.
And so her face is different now. I say,
Yeah.
well, hold on a second. He's onto something. Your face is plastered all over the fortress, but not whatever face this is.
Yes, and do you expect the little monk here to keep it up every minute on the minutes that he has to for a spell like that? I don't
Do you
think so.
have any other solution?
None that is practical, at least.
Well, as far as I can tell, this is as good as any. So, what do you say?
We'll lay low for a little bit of time. Maybe they'll think I died or something, and then maybe we can go out with disguises or something. I don't know.
You said that our faces are kind of well known too, right?
Yeah. So, do you think Osmond is going to go out in any of these days that you guys are laying low?
Well, yeah, nobody really knows who I am, so
So yeah, so you go out to the city a little bit and do your thing that you do, and like immediately when you get out, when you get into a nice part of the city, you notice this notice board, and there's 4 pictures up on it, and it's Foster, Yvette, Quinn, and Ruger that are plastered
Oh
up there.
shit.
They're like rough drawings, but their accounts look kind of accurate almost.
Mm.
mm.
And like underneath
Did-
them, it says like there's a reward. It's pretty low, but for trying to break into the prison and killing guards is the reward.
Um,
I'm gonna go to a clothing store.
Certainly. What do you
Actually,
get?
also, I never figure out how much gold I should just start off with.
Right.
Like,
So I told you that you can add 100 onto whatever you would start with. Now, since you took all the basic equipment, you just have 100 gold.
alright, so I have 200.
Nah, no, just 100.
Alright,
What did the other 100 come from?
because you said I could add 100 or something.
No, just 100. Yeah, for whatever you want to buy. Because normally you just start with 0 plus whatever you get from your background, but I guess that's like 10 gold from your background. So yeah, you have 110. There you go.
Actually, what could I buy that would cover your faces up?
I don't know.
well, hold up. So they drew my face, but on like a rough account.
Yes. Doesn't look exactly
my-
like you, but
My facial hair were grown to like a big bushy beard over like the months that we've been sailing and the weeks we've been here. So if I went to a barber shop and like asked, "Hey, can you make me have a curly mustache again?" Would that like never mind.
Well, how
I'd
would
still
you get to a barber shop?
yes, that
my
there
illusion
you
on
are
the face.
leaving-
Oh wait, how
you-
long's my illusion last? Like 1 minute, right?
Just sprint to a barber shop.
yes. So a minor illusion lasts 1 minute if it's cast every single time, and people can tell when you're casting a spell. Because you have to say the words out loud.
You think hoods would do the trick?
If we keep our heads low.
Yep, there'll be stealth checks. You won't get any bonuses from it, but there'll definitely be stealth checks and noticement checks from guards.
Alright, yeah, I'll just buy like 4 hoods.
Just like big.
Or
Is-
4, I guess, robes with hoods.
Yep, certainly.
Is
So
Osmond's
give me four silver pieces for that. Osmond.
Alright.
What were you saying, Foster?
Is Osmond on there on the wanted posters? Because where's the helmet? So it's kind of.
No,
No, it's
Osmond.
like-
Osmond wasn't there for the prison break.
Oh, it's for the prison break. I thought.
Yeah,
it was for,
that was for the prison. It
yeah,
wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't for the ambush in the. In the
Well, yeah, because we kind of killed like everyone that was
killed
there.
everybody and it was on your turf. So then they cleaned the bodies afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're in the slums.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do? You guys have a couple of missions that you can tend to. You can go back to the prison if you want. Maybe get a better plan. Maybe see if some event has any contacts, any more contacts that can get you better plans.
It was
maybe
a-
like a layout. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I thought Shalaketz was the person we were trying to break from the prison.
No. So the
Oh.
person that you were trying to break out of the prison was Ames Waldo. He made contact with some important information up in Uckmore. Here, let's go back to this.
Mhm.
So he had some important information that happened up in Uckmore, but he got captured on his way into Fortunes. So that's who
I
you're
see.
trying to break out because he has some pretty important information. Shalakess was taken in yesterday. It was like breaking news that she was taken in from some information from the vet. But they wanted to take her so she didn't say anything or give any information about from Areth because she just came from there.
Those guards that we fought that were on the transporting Shalakess, how different is their armor from the prison guards?
So, they came from an official prison, like the major one that they were transporting it to. Those prisons are reserved for almost the most dangerous criminals, ones that offend and do awful things to the magics of Sitil. And stuff like that. So yeah, the most dangerous ones was the one that she was getting transported to. So those were serious, trained militants. The city guards are kind of they're like police. It's like dealing with police and military almost. So the police, the ones that you were fighting at the prison were almost like police compared to the militants that you were fighting right now.
So, I'm just gonna theorize here, and I'm relaying this to the party. If we were to, because we had our own insurgents and sympathizers get rid of the bodies for us.
Yep.
So we could get their armor, put it on, and get into the prison by pretending to transfer one of us.
And we break everyone out.
Hmm?
And
No,
what? We break
prison-
every
prison break
single one of
session.
them up.
Yeah, or at least who we need. Prison break would cause enough havoc to get out of there pretty easily. I would feel. Yeah, because Star Wars Episode 4. That's what I'm thinking here. That's where I got the idea. They bring Chewbacca in to get the princess out.
Yeah. Let's formulate
So-
some actual plans here. See, I bet this is how you do it.
Yeah, Vet. Take notes.
One
It's
efficient
so
with a
weird.
disguise
Yeah.
kit, and I have +6
Oh.
deception. So
What's that, Happy?
I have efficiency with a disguise kit, and I have a +6 deception.
That's a
Mhm.
that's a solution to the
Okay.
magic problem.
What magic problem?
Well, for minor illusion, if you wanted to get in that way, you have to cast it every minute.
Oh, yeah, no, I just want to because I'm assuming those bodies are still around. They had to put them somewhere.
Yeah, they would have their places.
Or if anything, I'm sure they would have taken the armor to at least sell or melt down or something. So yeah, we can just put that armor on, situate it so that we look like that. And
So
we say,
their armor is different than the prison armor that you were.
I know. So I was thinking maybe we can say that we're either we came across whoever we're trying to bring in there, and oh yeah, they broke Shalakess out. Or we can say that we're transferring them from the actual prison that Shalakess came from.
All right, so this is what's happening right now. So you guys, is everybody in agreement that you want to continue on with this prison break? Is everybody good with that?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I'm not gonna help you anymore. This is my I know what you guys could do. I'm telling you it's possible from what you do. I'm not gonna make it impossible because it's not like the major prison that you were breaking into before. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. the guards know your faces. Like you attacked on their turf, and stuff like this
Mhm.
doesn't happen normally in the city. Like especially with all the rumors that Formarth is invading, everybody is on higher alert and stuff like that. So the plan
But
that you're
those-
gonna what's up?
Those heavy soldiers had full face helmets.
Yeah, they had helmets and stuff like that. So that's the stuff that you can work around. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to help you anymore. All the abilities that you guys have, I kind of know a lot of them, and a lot of them that would help, and a lot of them that would help. So I'm not going to say anything. It's all up to you guys. And once you guys formulate your plan, you're going to enable it, and I already have everything set up. But you guys are telling me what you're doing right now, okay?
Mhm.
This is
So-
full on prison break now.
Yeah. So, straight off, I think Osmond should be pretending to be one of the guards because, well, they don't know his face. He's nobody. He's not wanted. Which one? So, are we all gonna be being brought in, or are we all, or some of us gonna be disguised? Some of us gonna be, I don't know.
What? Oh,
So you guys,
no,
so do you?
I mean, like, how many of us are gonna be disguised? How many of us are gonna be
Mhm.
posing as prisoners?
You can. I don't want to say anything.
Because I volunteer that
It's all you guys.
as
I'm
a
up for
as prisoner.
being. Damn,
Intel
yeah, fuck
Intel
yeah.
is a big Intel is an important thing when it comes to espionage. Just throwing
Yeah.
that out
I
there.
could just, nobody actually. My whole thing, my whole shtick on this island is that nobody actually knows who I am. So-
Yeah.
Mhm.
Straight up. Straight off. I mean, do we know the name of either prison?
Let's give it a name. Sure. It
Dragon's
is-
Balls prison.
No. Let's call it Dartmouth.
What?
Let's call it Drad. Fucking Christ.
You really like your D names, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's call it the Rarder prison.
All right.
Rarder. I'll put that in chat. Shut up. Rarder prison.
The fuck? Okay. I could like, could I like go out to the prison just for like a couple days and just kind of
You want to scout it out?
land?
All right. Yeah, certainly. So yeah, you can certainly go out. So yeah, you go up to it, and just kind of like how I described it before, but I actually have a map for you now. So Mr. Osmond, you're gonna be the only one to see this. Actually, no, I'll show it to everybody. You can get your own little sketch. So Osmond, this is what you scout out when you look at it from the outside. Actually, I'm gonna add some stuff so you don't see some things. Give me 1 second. I forgot to do this. I forgot to do this
How long does Bardic Inspiration last, by the way?
for like a minute, I think.
Oh.
Well, I'll just have you play me a song before we.
Yeah, I don't
Play
think it
me a
lasts.
ditty.
I don't think it lasts too long. All right, let me throw some. Since this is your scouting mission, I'm gonna throw some fog of or some dynamic lighting in here. Global illumination. There we go. So you are the one that's coming out now, and you are here. Bad side. My Osmond. There you are. Beautiful. What can you see? All right. So this is what you see when you come up to the prison here. So over here.
So it's all black.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is for you?
Yep.
Yeah.
1 sec. Can you see stuff, Happy?
No.
Still got nothing.
Dynamic, global illumination. It has global illumination. You should be able to see. Can you see stuff? No?
No.
What the fuck?
Is the lighting on or something?
Dynamic lighting, yeah.
Turn the sun on.
Hey, there you go. You get it.
Now does it work?
Yep.
All right, so you should only be able to see the outside of it, right?
You mean like the walls and stuff?
Yeah, the outside.
Yeah.
Oh god, I speak.
Yeah. So this is what you guys are doing. So the pipe that you went around before was over here. Then you went out into the river that went north that way to your hideout north. So yeah, you come back around, and Osmond, you notice that they've started to build a gate right here. They started to build it. It's not really done currently, but there's like a couple of people just like putting up a gate. It's not like a wall or anything. It's like it's like a 10-foot high gate that they're putting up to try to cut off that area. But it's still accessible from the beach over here if you just climb up the wall. When you get over here. So yeah, there's a bunch of houses and stuff that are pretty close knit around here. If you go around back this way, it's just surrounding his houses and the lake behind it as you come up. And the entrance is this way right here. There's like a big gate that's keeping people from it, and it comes in and out from this entrance over here. The big canopy above it
All right.
as you come up.
I want to start walking down by the.
What are all these? Are these actual houses?
Yeah, those are houses. Yep.
That's the front door right there.
I'm just gonna go by the front door. Just what kind of security is there?
Yeah, so the security is there's guards posted at every wall, right here, and guards at the back walls as well. It looks like they're in the middle of changing or getting more staff and stuff, so it looks a little bit understaffed right now from all the carnage that happened before. But yeah, there's a couple of guards on the walls, probably like 6 or 7 when you go all the way around. But they're spread out pretty thinly.
I want to make some friendly conversation with the guard at the front gate.
The guard at the front gate.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not one like standing. There's not like 2 standing at the front gate. When you come up, there's like a little side office. For I guess that actually wouldn't be secure. There's like a you have to come up, and there's like a little side office like past the gate, and you have to like kind of like wave the person down with the window. And this man comes out. He's a little portlier than the other ones. And he comes over and he's like, "What do you want?"
I walk away. Never mind.
Okay. He turns around and goes back and sits down.
Yeah, and while this is happening, can I like make contact with Laura or something?
Yes, certainly. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like her to see if she can do anything about acquiring actual city guard uniforms instead of just like actual military uniforms.
Yeah,
I
certainly.
feel like it'd make more sense anyway.
Yeah, so you do that. And are you gonna go alone, or are you gonna go with somebody, or are you gonna go try to find her? She's just gonna be hanging out at the.
Oh, we got our clothes, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be
yeah.
hanging out at the Dragon Falls.
So yeah, I'm disguised as best I can, and I'm gonna wait to the dragon.
Okay,
whatever.
so
Dragon's
going
Falls.
out, going out is a risk.
Mhm.
And if you want Yvette to send one of her women out to go get her over to you guys, you can certainly
That's
do that
safer.
as well. Yep.
I forgot she can do that. Alright,
Yes.
so yeah,
You have a good network of whores with you. That's what you
the
got.
best kind.
You gotta,
Damn straight.
exactly. So yeah, so Yvette sends one of her women out after she makes a payment, and after probably a couple of hours, Lauren comes up to the door and walks in, and she's like, "Yes, you wanted to see me."
Oh, she approached me.
You're the
Okay.
you're the one who called me. Are you?
yeah, sorry. No, I was just looking at my character sheet. I say about that fella in the prison over there. I think we have a plan, but it's going to require some disguises.
Ah, yes, Yvette is reeling you all in now after one successful job. Good to hear.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Yvette is reeling you all in now after one successful job. Good to hear. Now, what is anything I can do to help?
Well, like I said, we need city guard uniforms. If we can disguise ourselves, maybe 2 or 3 of us, then we can have the rest posed as though we were captured prisoners, because some of us are wanted thanks to your woman's botched job. But if we can somehow let them, or have them let us inside, then that would make our job a lot easier. Maybe we can form some sort of riot or prison break and escape in the chaos.
Yes, well, and she looks over at you a bit when she's saying this. She's like, getting city guard uniforms that haven't been battle damaged and bloody from assassination is a very hard task. We need something.
I interrupt her. Blood isn't so much a problem. I'm a warlock. I can use my magic to clean them up.
Yes, but can you fix a dent, a slash?
Use arrows. I don't. Have you never really done this before?
Well, if things get messy, how many do you need? How many uniforms?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay, that'll do a little bit better. Assassination in the middle of the city. We can't. You see, the guards don't come to the slums anymore after
Take it slow.
what happened.
A lone guard or 2 on patrol.
Yes, that is true. Or we can get them all in one fell swoop. I have an idea. And she turns towards you, Yvette, and she's like, a couple of high-ranking guards were actually looking for some women for their men, looking to host some sort of party. Asked for you specifically for some reason. Do you think you can lather them up with a couple of your women, get their clothes off, and
Don't use the term
lose
lather.
them in
please.
lose them in the laundry, perhaps?
It would give me great pleasure to do that.
Don't say pleasure either.
Right. Well, I will arrange that we want this party to happen. I'll give you the bar name and the coordinates, and you can do your thing. Now, there is the problem of your face there, darling. I suspect it might be a trap. So I'll say you won't be coming. Somebody else will. Your best girl, perhaps. That'll be you, and you can work your charm. Become their new favorite. How does that sound?
Sounds like a great idea.
I'm fantastic with a disguise, kid, honey. Don't you remember that one time? Just come by the hideout of the Dragon's Balls when you have a chance. The party will set it up for 2 days from now, while you continue to formulate your plan.
Sounds good.
All right.
Do this.
Okay.
No, I just realized something. If you're gonna sneak in, right?
Mhm.
Those inside, the fake prisoners, per se, we can't have weapons,
Mhm.
correct?
You can have weapons. Yeah, guards have weapons. You can't bring like a bundle of swords with you in there. No. You also can't bring most of your stuff with you, like with your backpack and stuff. I have to leave those behind.
I was gonna say. I can like hide my. I don't even use it, but I can hide my dagger or something, right? My dagger of venom.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I
Mhm.
never use it.
Yeah.
And what happens when you use a weapon that you don't have proficiency in?
You just don't get
it
your
never-
you don't get your proficiency bonus. Your +2.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
oh, god damn! I thought it was like every attack with it is disadvantage.
No, that was in the old systems. They got rid of that.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, the only
I'll
disadvantage
take-
with weapons is if you're like a small creature and you're holding a large weapon.
Yeah.
Or a heavy weapon, I think it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the
Alright.
only disadvantage. Alright, so we
can
have
remember
the guard uniform that's pending. Osmond is still scouting and failing horribly at communication skills. Foster, do you want to do anything else with Lauren while she's there?
Let me think.
Ask her for any other favors.
I ask her, do you have any contacts inside the City Watch?
That is a dangerous game you're playing there when you get too close to them.
I didn't think so. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for your time.
You know where to find me. She turns around and goes. What is Quinn doing? What is Quinn doing to help?
I volunteer to be the prisoner that they're bringing in.
Okay,
Alright.
you can do that. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and continue. Unless you don't want to do anything else up until when you guys get the guard uniforms. Is that everything? Are you formulating a plan? All right. So 2 days pass. Scouting continues. You are resting from the heat and what you guys have done by mistake, possibly. And eventually, Yvette, it is your turn. It is your time to shine. So you head over to the Dragon's Balls with the help of Laura. She hides you pretty well amongst the crowd. She knows all the back alleys and stuff like that to get you around all the guard patrols, and you have women that are scout off for you and point you in different directions when they see guards coming. And eventually you get back to the Dragon Ball, and she tells you all about the ball. So she has like this elaborate disguise kit in her own private room. It has different types of makeups and things that are, some of them are like magically infused that'll change like the shape, how your cheek looks and maybe like how your eyes look a little bit. So yeah, she works some pretty decent magic on you. That'll last us a little bit longer than a minor illusion spell. And eventually you come out looking like a completely different woman, but still probably gorgeous. So yeah. So when she's done, she spins you around in her chair, maybe like a barber, and you look different. And she's like, so I'm assuming you know the drill. Just get in there, get their clothes off, and get them out. Remember, you don't have to fuck them all the time.
But that's the best part.
The one I was talking you to, you might not want to.
Fine, another day.
Yes, well, good luck out there. I already sent for your women to be there when you get there. And she like hands you the slip of paper and the directions to the place that you're gonna be going to.
Sounds good.
All right. So you go to the bar. It's like a burlesque bar almost. It's a little bit higher fashion than a normal bar as you walk in. And sitting at like a private table in the back, and you're greeted by your girls as you come up to the entrance. They recognize you from anywhere just by your demeanor and how you carry yourself. They follow you inside, and one of them immediately notices the VIP table that these 3 guards are sitting at. One of them is a pretty fat man, like he has no neck fat. And he's like, yeah, and he's like in the middle of all of them, and he has like all these medals, and he has this normal uniform, but it's like been adorned with all these things on top of it, and 2 normal looking guards next to him that look to be close friends. One of them is actually decent looking, but the other one is slimier when you come up to him. And as you approach, what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna like. I'm just gonna take my top off. I guess I don't know.
Oh, so seductive. I guess I'll take my top off or something. I don't know.
Is that what you're doing?
I guess.
God, I need a confirmation. I need to know this.
Yes.
Okay. Are you trying to perform? Would you say this is a performance?
I guess like dancing, like trying to entice them.
Okay, so you come up to me and your It wouldn't be okay if you're trying to do a dance for him. That'd definitely be a performance check. So yeah, you come up and you take your top off, and right when you do that, he all three of the guys dart over to you, and maybe like some of the waitresses and waiters behind you also, and like the burlesque kind of stops. Now it's dimly lit in here, so not everybody looks at you, but in the general vicinity, there are a couple people like what the fuck, and the girls next to you like look at you and then get the message, and they also do the same thing.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like a riot of boobs.
so give me that performance check, and I'll see how he reacts.
Mob mentality.
With advantage because you have your girls helping you. Go ahead and roll again, see if it's better. All right, yeah.
Oh wow.
Holy shit. Yeah. So the fat guy in the middle takes notice and like nudges his friends, and they're like,
What the fuck?
what the? And he's like, oh, look at these girls. Now I was waiting for a little event, but I think I'll settle with you, honey. Come over here.
Oh.
Give me a dance.
Nick, please. Stop.
Oh, is this too real for you? Yeah, so you give him
It's the voice.
you give him the performance of pretty good performance. And eventually, after a little bit, one of the waitresses comes up and she's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, no nudity in here, please. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." And the fat guy's like, "What kind of manners are those? Do you not see some beautiful women giving us a performance? We'll leave, well, darn. We don't want your food anyway. Come, boys, we have somewhere else to go." What say you? And he's like grabbing your ass this entire time,
Oh,
like
God.
in the side of your body. Are you gonna like smack him away? How are you gonna react? Gonna let it happen?
I can't stop laughing.
Oh my god.
Hey, you did this. I did it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Fucking Larry face.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna type whatever.
she can't even say it. Oh god. Okay, you're gonna let him. All right. Okay, so so yeah, he stands up and his stomach like hits the table first. And yeah, he's like holding on to you this entire time. And he's just like, "So how about it, honey? You want to come back to my place? You and your friends. We'll have a little bit more fun, me and you. Huh? You see this medal here? I got this one in a war a little bit back. A couple orcs tried to take an arm off, but I didn't let them. You see, that's what I was in my. And it just keeps rambling on about like his past military experience, trying to impress you. Are you gonna put your top back on walking through the city?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, so everybody's staring at you, and he's like proud of it. He's just like, yeah. And his friends next to him are like soaking up in the same way. And eventually, you get to this really nice part of the city where you come up into is like you go up a couple of decent flights of steps. When you get to the middle of this like almost kind of mansion, but it's like a mansion, hotel kind of mix type thing. But you go into the center, and he has his own like private penthouse in the center of this thing. And he takes you in with the other two girls, and they go off to their own separate rooms, and it's just you alone with him. And he starts like he closes the door behind him, and he starts immediately like buttoning his shirt down. But it takes a little bit because there's a lot of fucking buttons because his belly is so huge. And he gets to the end, and he takes it off, and he's taking off all his layers of clothes, and he throws them all into a pile off to the side. And he's like down to his underwear. And he lays on the bed, and he's just like, "How about we continue this show?"
I'm gonna take some rope, and like a blindfold.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna tell him I want to have a little bit more fun, but I want you to keep your hands to yourself. So I'm gonna tie them up to your bed.
You really think you can wrangle me, and I'd like to see you try. And he braces. He like gets into a position almost like a football player on the bed, and he's just like, "Come at me."
Oh God.
Like he wants you to like kind of wrestle him a little bit.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right, give me a strength check if you want to wrestle him down to the bed. Let's see how frisky
What
you
the
get with him.
Fuck.
Okay, he's just a normal dude despite his size. So, yeah, you beat him.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, so you get a good you get some good leverage on him. And yeah, you bring him down. You end up tying him to one of them. He's just you're so strong. Calm down. That's tight. Ow. And you yeah, and you get him.
She's done this before.
Yeah, and you get his hands up. Now his feet are a different story. He doesn't have a head, anything to tie his feet to the other side of his bed. So he's just like, now that what are you gonna do to me now, honey?
I'm gonna take the blindfold and cover his eyes.
No, please. I want to see. Maybe. I think I've seen enough. Maybe you are beautiful. Now, and you can see his pants have pitched a tent at this point. As he's ready
Oh
for it.
God.
And he's just like, what next? What next?
Did he let me put the blindfolds on him or no?
Yeah, he can't stop you. So.
Is there any other ladies? Did any of the...
So they went to their own separate rooms, but they're the best ones you got, so you can assume that they're getting the job done.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. Is there any like? See, I didn't expect to go this far, but that's fine.
What do you mean? Why
Shit happens.
wouldn't I go this far?
I meant myself.
I admire your dedication.
Oh,
Nick.
you did it. Oh no, this is
Even if it does make me feel weird inside.
I just you know, it's all you. It's all you.
Yeah,
This is a part of
all
the plan.
This is a part. Yeah.
Foster's next. He has to go into an elderly home, try to get some panties off of them. Just a retirement home.
I don't really want to touch this dude because he's fucking gross as shit.
No, yeah, definitely. He smells awful.
Okay, is there like a towel nearby?
Yeah, he has his own little bathroom.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get a towel, soak it wet with like warm water.
Oh, getting wet for me, are you? I like where this is going. All right, you got the towel wet. I didn't mean to break you. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. You know, this wasn't listed as an 18+ game, Nick.
Hey, I didn't take it as far. I didn't have her take her top off. She wants to. I match her level.
Yeah, you know what? You got a good point. Karina, you reap what you sow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just actually really, really entertaining.
You know, I'm kind of a hypocrite because my next character was gonna be a male gigolo. So.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll have some experiences with that. Sure. Then I'll have to be in the other
No.
side.
No. Oh God, no.
I'm gonna take like a small section of the towel and just like put it all over his chest, I guess.
It's like, oh yeah, I've been dirty, yeah.
Oh God. Wait, his clothes are already off, right?
No, yeah, definitely. He's down to his underwear.
And he's tied up.
Yeah,
and
he's tied. His
blindfolded.
hands are tied, not his legs.
Well, yeah, but if his hands are tied, he can't leave.
Yeah, exactly. He can
Why
wiggle.
are you still there?
Yeah, so he can wiggle.
You know, I'm gonna use message. I have message as a.
She's out of breath.
I'm having trouble breathing. I'm sorry, I have some experience with this.
Oh
This is
God!
my sex life, you know. Even though I'm not like 300 pounds.
Please.
I'm not 300 pounds.
I'm gonna message one of the girls using message.
We'll have to see them.
Mhm.
I thought.
Is it that you have to see him?
Let's see.
I don't know if it's that.
You know,
Point finger towards a creature
Yes,
within
yeah.
range and whisper a message. The target and the trigger. Here's the message. You can reply. You can cast it.
you
You
can
can cast
you
it through
can-
solid objects if you're
But
familiar
you have
with the
to- you have
target
to
and
ping.
know it's beyond
Yeah.
the barrier. Yeah, she's definitely within 120 feet.
where are they right now?
So he has his like own like just kind of as a penthouse almost, but it's
Mhm.
on like a ground floor of like this pseudo mansion type, very high end type of inn. So
Mhm.
yeah, he's in his like own little section, and they went off to 3 different rooms, and they're relatively close to each other, within 120 feet, definitely.
Yeah. So, what's stopping you from leaving, Karina?
Her home.
Oh, the excitement.
It's her character. Yeah, she has to have some fun before she can get off.
Oh God!
Exactly.
I don't want to be here for this.
You're next.
No, my old
Um,
car can't take
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
it.
I don't know.
You know that.
You know what? I'm gonna cast sleep on him.
You're just gonna cast sleep.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
there you go. Go ahead and do it. Because I think it's a roll, right? Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
That's way more than his health. So yeah, his health is 1 because he's a normal dude. And yeah, so you're like wiping his chest with his wet towel, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm in a dirty boy. I've been a dirty boy. And what does it sound like when you use sleep?
I gotta go to sleep, bitch. That's all I say.
You just shush. You just shush him.
Shush him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you're just like shh, and you just say, "Oh, you just hear him start to snore, and his belly rumbles as he snores. But yeah, he's asleep. So did you end up messaging your girls?
Yeah.
So when you get a message, what did you tell them?
I told them to start like preparing to take all their shit.
To get all their shit, like steal the stuff from their house.
I mean, like steer their
uniforms, their guard uniforms. All right, yeah, you can do that. They do have expensive stuff in this house as well. If you want to try to
fuck
do that,
yeah, we're gonna.
you gonna try to steal some stuff.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you get his things and you leave his room, and standing out in the lobby, your 2 girls are like, they like have their stuff like ready at the exit already, like they've been waiting for you. Like, and as you come out, they're like, "Mistress, what took you so long?"
I had to have some fun, you know.
Oh God.
Is this really the time? Let's.
It's always the time.
What do you want to take? And you guys like survey the room, and there's a whole bunch of like expensive vases. There's a lot of lock boxes, but yeah, there's a lot of expensive stuff that you want to take with you. And yeah, you could certainly rob this guy.
Yep, I'm gonna still take everything.
Okay.
Anything you carry.
Okay, everything you can carry. That's you don't have a backpack or anything, so it's not too much. But I'll say, what you can carry from stealing with this guys, from this guy is he has in his room, probably like on like his locker. He didn't have anything. He has like a lockbox that looks pretty tightly secured, but around his neck when he took all his stuff off was a pretty expensive ruby necklace that he took off of him. Some of the vases are too big to carry, but there's a lot of smaller ones and smaller statues. In total, the amount of stuff that you stole off of this guy is around 700 gold in total.
Damn.
Yes,
Fuck yes.
it is also stolen. Yeah, so you along with your girls, you get all the equipment and you get out of there. Now when you are leaving this place, you're gonna get some attention because are you still naked? Okay.
I like how you asked that.
A lot of yeah,
Are you still
assuming
naked?
you would have been. A lot of the residents as you're leaving, they see you, and they like see all the stuff in your arms, and they're like, excuse me, why are you naked? What are you doing with all these things? It's like this elderly couple almost. They look like probably in their 60s. So you know, those kind of like high end jerks.
We're having
Got something wrong with old people?
a protest where we're protesting the rights to be free.
Free the nipple.
Give me a deception check. Oh
Hey.
my god. They're like, free the. I think I've heard of that movement. Yeah, it's free the nipple. Yes, you go right on, girl. And the husband's like, and he's like covering. He's like trying to hide his embarrassment. And they continue the walk. And she's like, can I join? Do you know if there's any sign-ups? And the husband's like shaking his head, like, please
No.
don't.
You can join us right now. Come on.
No!
Oh, well, I haven't whipped these babies out in quite some time. I can't possibly. Maybe some other time, darling. You can't make me stop, bitch. Yes, she continues to walk, and you get out of there with all the stuff scot free. And you are free. And so you come back to your penthouse where everybody else is. Are you still naked?
I guess.
Okay.
Oh no.
So who's gonna answer the door? It's late in the middle of the night. You hear a knock on the door. Actually, you probably hear some like keys jingling.
How many people are there inside?
It's just
never mind.
it's the three of you and Shelikas.
Here, I got this.
Okay, so you hear some keys jingling.
Oh yeah,
magic-
she never mind. No,
Yeah, she has keys to her own place. So yeah, you hear the light, the magical light come on in the living room as you come out, and you see a girl that's naked, looks nothing like Yvette, and two of her girls that are like dropping off like thousands of gold worth of stuff.
All right.
Into your living
Foster looks up from his book, and pinches himself because he must be dreaming. You know, I had a dream once where a bunch of sluts came into my room and dropped off a bunch of valuables. Didn't think it was going to come true.
Excuse me, we prefer the term whore.
Sluts, you're sluts. Just drop it off and go.
Mistress, you didn't say he was so rude.
Don't mind him.
Is her voice the same?
What?
I think so.
Is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it, is,
voice-
yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
affect your voice.
I recognize the voice and I go. I throw up. I'm like, oh, it's you. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were disgusting. And I cover my eyes and go back to my grimoire.
Don't act like you don't enjoy it.
Oh, I don't. In fact, I think I have like an anti-boner right now.
You can take that anti-boner outside, bitch.
Yeah. And at this, Shalakess opens up her door, a little side door that leads right into the living room. She comes out and she's like, "What the?" And she's rubbing her eyes. She comes out. She's like, What the hell are you doing in here? Who are you?" And her eye pops up, and you can notice that she's like going Super Saiyan almost. Just
And I say, "Don't worry, she's with us. It's Yvette."
she's and her eye closes. She's like, "Yvette, put some clothes on. Do you lack any decency?
Nope.
Oh, and how do you look like that? Where did you? Is that some kind of magic?
Pretty much.
We've had access to this the whole time. What?" And she turns around and she slams the door behind her.
That's a good point.
And she goes back to bed. And I think that's a perfect way to end our session. Because goddamn.
This turned into a fucking sitcom.
That was supposed to be a really quick thing. It was supposed to be a get in.
Blame
Flirt with him at the
Karina.
table. Eventually, he's gonna bring you back to his house, but it wasn't gonna turn into all that. But just a
Yeah.
fucking. I can't.
Like, it could have been so easy. Oh, would you look at that? His hands are tied and his eyes are covered. Time to take his things.
I
and
mean,
get
there
out.
was gonna
But
be a
no,
lot more checks for like, like a persuasion
Yeah.
checks to actually get him back to your house. But just whipping it out like that and the performance you did afterwards, that was great. Sealed the deal right there. What else do you need?
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that movement. The Free the Nipple campaign. It got me.
Oh god. You rolled so well.
Fucking
You
hell.
roll so shitty for combat, but shit like that's what you were made for. That's what-
Because like, is charisma like your highest thing?
yeah, she has
Yeah.
a +6.
Yeah, well, bard, so not surprised.
Yeah.
I live for the booty. That's why I always roll so good.
That's what she was made for.
Oh
That's
my
great.
god.
That was fucking great.
Jesus.
So now you guys can actually start formulating a plan to break into this
Well,
place.
to be fair, we already formulated the plan, or I already formulated the plan.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
But no, we just gotta put it in action now.
But some of you have abilities now that you can use to solidify this plan, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong that you have to account
Mhm.
for. And if they do go wrong, the 4 of you are in a prison surrounded by enemies in a prison.
Okay, so
So you don't have to go very far when you're captured.
so right off the bat, I think I should do most of the talking when we're in the prison because I have 17 charisma. Me and Karina should be doing like the deceiving and the
Mhm.
and all
Sure.
that shit.
Certainly,
Um,
certainly.
Actually,
I don't think it's becoming of guards to take their tops off either. So
yeah, so just don't do that.
Oh.
And Happy's like he has proficiency in like disguise and shit, right? So is he at like advantage or anything?
he has other abilities that can certainly help with that we've
Oh.
discussed beforehand that he hasn't been mentioning this entire time.
I have expertise in deception, so
You have the other ability that you told me about too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do you not remember Happy? Do you not know what I'm talking about?
no.
We
Oh.
literally were just talking about it on Discord. Right before the game started.
Talking about the disguise kit, or
No? Something else.
I had to reference.
I told you guys, I'm not helping you anymore. This is your plan. I can tell you all the secrets to life. You've been muted this entire time,
Melvin.
Melvin. I didn't know if you know that, if you were saying stuff.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Wait. So yeah, Melvin said that he was gonna be the prisoner. But then Karina could also be the prisoner. So yeah.
I
I
mean,
want to be a prisoner.
oh.
Wait, you want to be or you don't want to be?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're saying
I
it's
mean,
being close, right?
yeah, I mean, it'd probably be best to make it somebody, the prisoner, somebody that's gonna be, Yeah, Melvin makes the most sense for a prisoner because he can easily probably break out of those binds, or you could just make it so he can just break out easily. If shit,
Well, yeah,
if
but
shit hits the fan.
are female guards a common thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah. It's
That's
fucking. It's
different.
2017.
Well, I mean, not here. It's that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
There's some guards. It's just I don't use. There's just not a lot of women guards for the porches because I use one, so I
well,
don't change them up.
all the lightly armored guys in the combat, they look like they were all women.
Oh, were they? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
have
just
some.
guessing. They
I
had like
split them up
feminine
sometimes,
faces.
but it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Mhm.
Can we all acknowledge that I'm like the master strategist of this group? Can I get an amen? Thank you.
Yeah. So,
I'm the best
No, I
negotiator
yeah.
of the group.
well, yeah.
We
You
wouldn't
got
say
that
we
right.
wouldn't say best. We'd say most eccentric. How about that?
Happy's the bullet sponge, and Melvin is the distraction, I guess.
Melvin's the fucking do something completely out of the ordinary to try to do
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that doesn't matter while everybody else is dying.
He's the action hero
Yeah.
of the story.
Definitely. Melvin's the action hero, yeah. But he's the action hero that gets punched in midair while he's doing the action scene, but still looks cool while doing it. That's fucking great.
It's like Quinn is both an action movie star and the comedy relief character at the same
Yeah.
time.
I mean, that's what monks are good at. That's why they have so much movement and they can fucking jump everywhere. It's great.
Anyway,
It is
so yeah,
great.
fun campaign,
Mhm.
fun session.
Nice.
Alright.
Yeah, that one, Happy. That's the one I'm talking about.
I'm just, hang on, I'm not sure how that would work though, because I think like
You can. Oh, you have created a second identity. Oh, okay. I see.
Spoilers.
Well, no, that's for his background because it includes he can like make documents, like false documents. I'm
Mhm.
wondering.
Well, that does not require a forgery kit.
Yeah.
This guy's getting forgery kit. Like, yeah, two different things, I think.
Okay. Yeah. That's for something different. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought that can help you. Additionally, you can
Oh.
forge documents, including official papers. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
that's right.
forge documents. Yeah, as long as you have an example of the kind of document or handwriting
Oh
you're trying to
shit!
copy.
So we would need
Yeah,
we
so
probably
you
need some sort of transfer papers, right?
yeah, so you can steal some transfer papers from somewhere, and then you can
Yeah, so
copy
we
it.
still have,
Yeah, and
we
then
still have a lot of
Happy
preparation.
can use his ability to copy it to make it so it looks like Melvin was
Nice.
actually supposed to be captured and transferred
All right.
instead of just having a faulty one. Yeah, there you go. That's
All
from,
right.
yeah, that's from his background ability.
All right. I was gonna say so. Oh, XP.
Right. So I actually fucked up because you guys were supposed to get XP from the pipe fight from before. I didn't give you that as well.
Oh.
Um,
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we weren't done yet.
yeah. So I'm gonna do the pipe fight first. That was. Sorry, this is gonna take a little bit because I got to do two of them.
No problem.
So that was 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you killed 2 guards on the outside, so that's another 2. You killed the captain and then the sniper. So there's that, and then there's that. So for the first fight, you guys get let me do the math because I gotta divide it. 3,875 divided by 4 of you. So you guys get 900. Just making an even 1,000 experience for the first fight.
Oh, so we level up.
Yes, and then for the second fight, let me head over to that. You guys got those are halves. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of those. The doggos. What level are dogs? I think they're 1/4, right? Yeah, they're 1/4. 1, 2 doggos, and then the 2 big guys are level 2. 1, 2. For the second fight, you guys get 3,500 divided by 4. For the second fight, you guys get 875 experience.
875
Yes.
plus 2.
Yep.
3580.
And you go. So you guys level up. Very nice.
None for none for RP.
I did that for the 1,000 because it was originally
Oh.
like in the 800, so I just made it even.
Alright.
It was some dumb number.
I think I think Karina should get bonus XP for RP.
Karina, you can have inspiration. You can mark off your inspiration for that because that was great. Yeah, there you go. For whenever you're dying in the future, so we don't miss out on any more. I don't know, fucking titty seductions.
I think I'm gonna die a little bit in the inside.
Yeah. What about Ruger? How do you think Ruger? What do you think about Ruger's demise? Isn't that there's a lot of questions to be answered there if you guys were to care about him
yeah.
at all.
Well, I care about him. Well, like Foster doesn't so much care about like, oh no, Ruger. I knew him for a little bit, and he was kind of my friend,
Mhm.
but not really. I miss him so much. It's not so much that it's like, oh no, these insurgents that I already don't trust might have something to do with someone who's been working with me from the beginning, mysteriously disappearing. So it's
Yeah,
like, oh no, I don't like this. What if I'm next?
maybe. Are
So
you
it's more like-
next? Did you see the drugs? Did you know about the drugs?
No, what drugs? I don't do drugs.
The Null
I
remembers.
I'm a
Remembers
Christian.
all who abandoned him. The Null remembers all who abandoned him.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
that's right. The no,
half-
I
Half of the Noel getting thrown off the cart was Foster because he helped.
Exactly. Exactly. Maybe is this about the drugs or is it about the revenge? Who knows? Who knows? But the Null's on a rampage.
no, dude. I'll just if I can just find a tree, then the no can't even touch me, dude.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. Well, that was extremely fun, everybody. Thank you for
Mhm.
playing again, and I shall see you all in 2 more weeks when we have a prison break. Oh, this is exciting. I have a
Ooh,
lot to-
well, we still got some preparation to do, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit more time. We got it.
Mhm.
It's probably going to be the prison break next time, unless
Yeah.
there are more tirades to go on and tangents. But yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna go to bed now though, because I'm extremely tired.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Nick.
Good night, everyone. I'm sorry for breaking you, Karina. I'll try not to do it
Oh my god, that was
so,
hilarious.
so
That's
well
great.
next time.
I actually had a lot of fun. It's
Yeah, you seem like so flustered though. Like you had no idea what to do. It's funny.
I knew what to do. I told you.
He does before.
Pick up what you put down. I'll match you. Don't think I'm afraid. Peace out.
Oops.
No
Yeah.
problem. We're going. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
good night.
All right. Yeah, see you guys.